Fọlá Àdìsá aka Ìgbòho Òòṣà nípa bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́ lọ́dún àpapọ̀ Yorùbá àti gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ lábẹ́ ààrẹ wa Ọmọọba Adédayọ̀ Fáládé àti igbákejì ààrẹ Mọ́kàndé Àbẹ̀bí tí ń ṣe ìrọ́kẹ̀kẹ̀ ìgbáradì níbàámu pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ àti ẹ̀mí ìforihàn lágbèékalẹ̀ àyẹ́sí ọjọ́ ìbí Ìgbòho fún tọdún yìí pẹ̀lú àkọlé Dinner with Ìgbòho. Bákan náà làwọn ọmọ gba ọba Ògbóni àgbáyé lálejò Tajudeen Ọlárẹ̀wájú Àjàlá láti wá ṣe àyẹ́sí fún olóyè Ìgbòho lọ́jọ́ náà tí ó wáyé nínú gbọ̀ngàn ńlá ní London Kensington 179-199 Holland Park Avenue London W114UL United Kingdom bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 7 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ẹlẹ́lẹ́dago 12 òru. Bákan náà láti kí wa kú ìmúrasílẹ̀ ìwọ́de làmìlaka tẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ènìyàn tí ó wáyé nílùú ọba 1 million rally in London lọ́jọ́ 12 oṣù kẹwàá ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho lẹ́yìn tọ́láyọmí Koikimedia àti kálára rẹ̀ ó máa ṣàkóso rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọ̀kan ọ̀jọ̀kan àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ìrọ̀rùn nípa bá a ṣe máa fi ọkọ̀ àjàgbé ńlá ní London round bus sí àwọn àgbààgbà àti àwọn abarapá gbogbo láti BBC in Oxford títí tí ìwọ́de fi parí sí Paris Trafalgar Square tó bá wá di ọjọ́ kẹtàlá ọjọ́ kẹrin Dinner with Ìgbòho láwọn máa ṣàbẹ̀wò lọ sí ìlú Manchester gan fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí láti dá sí ètò ìfọlọ́ńdúnlé ẹ lè pè tàbí kẹ́ WhatsApp Ọláyọmí Kóìkì lórí +447 594 050 979 yàtùbí lórí +447 570 320 030 Tóyìn Ọláoyè lórí +447 896 018 764 lápapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá àgbáyé pátápátá bí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìfọlọ́dún àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe kí ọmọ aládìgbò wípé ẹkú ọdún ẹkú ìyèdún àti ìsàmọ́dún àsàmọ́dún sẹ́ẹ̀mí ìtayàtọ̀mọ Yorùbá World Media ló kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá.
Akíkanjú obìnrin adúláwọ̀ àgbáyé jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àṣà ìyálẹ̀ Yorùbá pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ kan káàkiri àgbáyé láti gbogbo ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà títí dé Europe, Asia, Amẹ́ríkà, Gúúsù Amẹ́ríkà, Australia àti Canada. Àánú àti àfojúsùn wa ní ìmúgbòòrò èdè àti ìmúgbòòrò àṣà tí Yorùbá lápòkè délẹ̀ ní gbogbogbò. A máa ń ṣe ọjọ́ àṣà ìyálẹ̀ àti àṣà Yorùbá tí a pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ àdìrẹ àdìrẹ́dẹ. Ọjọ́ àdìrẹ yìí ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kan láti ṣe àfihàn ní kíkún àṣà wa bó ti lẹ́wà àti bó ṣe lọ́rọ̀ nígbà gbogbo nínú oúnjẹ, ijó, ìmúra, orin kíkọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àfihàn yìí máa ń wáyé lọ́dọọdún tí àtẹ̀jáde wúndíá náà wáyé ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2023. Ó sì jẹ́ àṣeyọrí ńlá.
Àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ọdún tó kọjá àwọn ni wọ́n lè sọ.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ni yóò gbàlejò ọjọ́ àdìrẹ tiwantiwa 2024. Èyí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ Sátidé ọjọ́ 9 oṣù kọkànlá ọdún tí a wà nínú èyí ní gbọ̀ngàn Afẹ́wọ̀rọ̀ Gardens Onis Palace ẹnu ọwá Ilé Ifẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun State.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìlú wà pàtàkì wá ń so gbogbo ẹ̀yin onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá kẹ́ ẹ máa bọ̀ kẹ́ ẹ wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa káfí tiwa káfí gbé kìíní lárugẹ kẹ́ ẹ̀yin náà kẹ́fí fún kẹ́fí gbé tiwa lárugẹ.
Fún wa láti gbé àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa lárugẹ nípa ti ìpàtẹ àti ìpolówó ọjà yín ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ pè àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa wọ̀nyí. Fún sísanwó ìpàtẹ àti ìpolówó ọjà yín a lè sanwó sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ wa àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa Wema Bank.
Àdìrẹ tiwantiwa èyí tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà tí a ti ṣe irú ẹ̀ rí nílùú Ìbàdàn la tún fẹ́ ṣe ní ìlú Ọ̀ṣun State kí Ọlọ́run ó wà pẹ̀lú wa o. Orúkọ mi ni ìyáàfin Morífẹ́ Ọlá Ẹ̀yìnbọ̀ tí mo jẹ́ welfare officer.
Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ tún lè kàn sí wa lórí àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ wa lórí afẹ́fẹ́ ayélujára àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa @gmail.com.
Mo fi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáyé níbikíbi tí a bá wà pé a kú àkókò yìí o. Àmọ́ fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àti gbogbo àwa tá a kópa nínú àdìrẹ tiwantiwa dé.
A fi ètò àdìrẹ tiwantiwa dé yìí lẹ̀ ní ìtì a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe ní àti ọdún tó kọjá nílùú Ìbàdàn.
Ní Àdámọ̀sígbà mo dẹ̀ tún fi àsìkò yìí pé gbogbo wa pé ká múra kájọ sowọ́pọ̀.
Ní ọdún 2024 ìyá wa ń gbé lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run ìṣe àṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ní bàjẹ́ o.
Àdéhùn tiwantiwa 2024 wá dùn àlóyìn. Akíkanjú obìnrin adúláwọ̀ ìfẹ́ adúláwọ̀ ló jẹ ìlú mo dúpẹ́ ọlá àṣírí.
Orúkọ mi ò yí padà o. Èmi ni ìfẹ́ olúwa ìdòwú tí mo jẹ́ organizing secretary.
Orúkọ mi ni Yẹmí Akíndélé.
Orísun wa ò gbọdọ̀ gbẹ odò tó bá gbẹ orísun rẹ̀ ni yóò gbẹ o.
This is a message of love and of best wishes from me, Professor Banji Akintoye, to all my people, to all the sons and daughters of Odua in the United Kingdom, especially in the England part of the United Kingdom. Since the mass protests against immigrants started many days ago, I have been praying for you. I have not just prayed for you by myself alone. I have invited other persons, your brothers and sisters from many countries across the world, to pray with me for you. And we have joined our voices in prayers to the Almighty God to protect you against any harm in the circumstances that have developed in England. Your children shall not come to any harm, and you yourselves shall not come to any harm. Your children will go to school happily every day and return home happily every day. And you yourselves will go to work happily every day and return home happily every day. No evil shall come your way at any time. The Lord shall protect you and bless you in all that you do. You shall go out with joy at all times, and be led forth with peace at all times. The mountains and the hills, when they see you coming, will break into happy singing every time, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands for you. And if there are any thorns in the way as you are coming, the Spirit of God will remove the thorns and replace them with pleasant and valuable trees. You will walk and prosper, and at your chosen time to return home, you will happily bring your prosperity back home to enrich your own homeland. I wish you all the very best in the current circumstances in England. Take care of the children and watch your steps. And may the Almighty God protect, bless, and prosper you in all that you do in the United Kingdom. My very best to you, my brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of Odua. God bless you all.
Let me tell you, dirty, dingy, dusty, racist prick Sutton, yeah? You want to start racist riots around the UK, but you don't know your fucking history. Well, I'm here to give you a history lesson. The reason why immigrants came to this dusty, dingy fucking country is because half of your men were wiped out by World War fucking II. They didn't do it because they wanted equality. They didn't do it because they wanted diversity. They wanted black people to come over to this country and rebuild it again. And you want to know the real reason why you won World War II is because India, yeah? India sent around 1.2 million Indians to come and fight the fucking fight because they were part of the Commonwealth, you understand? So if you knew your fucking history, you wouldn't be going after immigrants so fucking hard. America didn't save your ass, Clark. It was India, yeah? And you're talking about you want your jobs back. What fucking jobs are you talking about? Where are they? Are they on Indeed? Are they on Total Jobs? Where are they? Because there's 9 million jobs, yeah, that you can access, that you can fucking apply for. So where the fuck are these immigrants taking jobs? What, you want toilet cleaning? You want office cleaning jobs? You want carer jobs? You want car wash jobs? You want nail salon jobs? You want barbershop jobs? That's what you're angry about. The reason why you don't have those fucking jobs is because you don't have the skill set. You don't add to to anything. You are laborers. That is what your history is known for. You are factory workers. You are miners. Most of you work in fucking construction because you can't string a sentence together. But you want to target fucking immigrants. How dare you? Let me tell you something else. The reason why you don't have jobs is because the UK don't export anything. They don't build fuck all. They don't do fuck all. And they don't invent fuck all. And you people ain't gonna work for £5 an hour in a factory. You're best staying on fucking benefits. So instead of being angry at the immigrants trying to make an honest fucking living, I suggest you look towards the Houses of Parliament, because those are the people who put you in poverty. And you can throw all the racist parties you want. We ain't fucking going anywhere. So get fucking used to it. And if it weren't for the immigrants that came over here and made your country great again, you'd be living with animals, piss and shit. Do you understand? Oh. And the homeless and the toothless can't tell me shit about this country. This is my country now. Do something. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about racist white people. And if you feel offended by this video, then it's you and me I talk to.
Moki Wugwa for the late night evening. I welcome you all, Muria Masbi, and good evening to everyone. Let us, crack on again. There's a lot to cover as usual on this platform. This is a self-determination platform. Moki Babawa Umau Tigiwa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Shout out to Mr. Perry. Shout out to many of you that have joined us and those that will be joining. Shout out to Kako Bodoku. Moki Professor Adebanji Akitoye and also Gbogbo Yoruba tó ń gbé ní UK àti ní gbogbo outside the European country àti Africa. Moki bàbá wa olóyè Ọmọdéyẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà, moki bàbá wa gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá ẹ̀yin màmá tí ẹgbẹ́ ètò Yorùbá Nation dání sọ́wọ́ tọkàntọkàn torí pé ewu nìkan ní ọ̀nà àbáyọ. Kí ló fà á tí a fi ń pariwo pé a fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà? Àti pé kí ni ìdí gangan tí a bá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, kí láǹfààní tá lè jẹ nínú ẹ̀. Gbogbo tá ń sọ lórí ìkànnì wa níbí báyìí ní torí pé àwa àti Nàìjíríà à ń ṣọ̀tá o, a kò fẹ́ wà nínú Nàìjíríà ni. Is as simple as that. Moki brother mi, bàbá wa, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Idris Abimbola Mokiyin. Mo ṣe shout out sí brother mi Dizzyman 123. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tó ṣì máa join wa nínú ètò náà àtàwọn tí wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo wá kí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan tí wọ́n ṣe ìgbìyànjú pé kí ó má bàjẹ́ torí pé iṣẹ́ tá gbé dání kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹnìkan. Olúkálùkù ló ní role tó máa play. Mo fẹ́ kí yẹn máa yé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tí a jọ ń ṣe ìrìn àjò yìí àti pé role yẹn ó pọ̀ kò dẹ̀ ní takora wọn. Kódà a sì need many medias tó máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Yorùbá Nation. A sì need àwọn akíkanjú obìnrin àti akíkanjú ọmọ kékeré àti akíkanjú àgbàlagbà. A need oríṣiríṣi expertise. Ìlú la náà fẹ́ gbà. Àwa tá sì ń gbé àtàwọn tó máa join wa nígbà tá a bá gba country náà, mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kó má máa dìjà láàrin ra wa torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kò yé wa tó nípa ìjàngbara. You can have many groups and you can be in many groups. In tó máa identify wa lọ́jọ́ iwájú, òun ni the proper identification tí ìjọba wa máa gbélé wa lọ́wọ́. Right now, gbogbo n ta ṣe ń ṣe is on a temporarily, is not permanent. So I don't want us, àwa ìran ọmọ aládé, mo fẹ́ jẹ́ ká gbé ọ̀rọ̀ kàmpéènì yìí ká sọ di pé tí mo bá sí níbẹ̀ àbí tí bá wà níbẹ̀ gbogbo wa ò lè play same role, gbogbo wa a lè play role kan náà. Kódà bàbá ní 1 million people lọ́jọ́ iwájú tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá, a máa tún ní 1 million tá jẹ́ CID, a ní 3 million tó máa jẹ́ àwọn security fún soldiers, a máa ní farmers hunters, a máa ní oríṣiríṣi tó fi ń ṣe country. But ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa àtẹ̀yìn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, mo fẹ́ ká ṣe sùúrù gan. Gbogbo oríṣiríṣi ohun àti mo fẹ́ kẹ́ lọ ṣe sùúrù. Orí WhatsApp group kọ́ láti máa gba nation, kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe inú Zoom láti máa gba nation, kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe orí YouTube. Gbogbo yìí tá à ń ṣe yẹn UK government in tó fi recognize mi ní national insurance number mi, not me being in a WhatsApp group kan tó ń pè ní ẹgbẹ́ UK group kan. So bọ́ bá fi ń sínú group àbí tó bá ní o jẹ́ olórí nínú group kan, it's just a temporary measure. Gbogbo yín lẹ máa ní role tẹ máa play. Kódà ẹlòmíì nínú yín ẹ sì máa lọ represent country tá à ń sọ yìí lọ́jọ́ iwájú ní another country. Role tó máa wà fún gbogbo wa ó máa bá jẹ. Ṣé máa tí jẹ́ ká para wa ká tó débi tá à ń lọ, nígbà tó jẹ́ pé a ní àwọn enemies tí wọ́n ń bá wa jà nínú ilé àti níta. Àwọn tínú ilé ni politicians, àwọn olóṣèlú tí wọ́n gbọ́ àgbọ́yé Yorùbá nation. Kò dẹ̀ ṣe pé wọ́n gbọ́, wọ́n wo tara wọn nìkan, wọ́n wo ti mẹ̀kúnnù. So tó bá pè yín sí pé kẹ́ darapọ̀, kò ń ṣẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ máa ṣe o, kò ń ṣe mi nìkan. Kódà àwọn tó ì tí darapọ̀ mọ́ wọ́n ní right lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Kó ohun wọn nísìnyí wọ́n darapọ̀ mọ́, kò mí pé Nàìjíríà bá pín tabadélẹ̀ lérí pẹ́yìn nìkan lẹ máa ṣe. Mélòó ló fẹ́ ṣe ń bẹ̀? Mélòó gangan ló fẹ́ ṣe? Àti pé kí ni ìdí ta ṣe ń fẹ́ country? Ṣé a fẹ́ country nísìn so that kí a tún lè máa débẹ̀ ká lọ máa intimidate ara wa? I've listened to many of you and your messages are clear. You have 300 people lórí WhatsApp group. Embara yinja. I wonder when we get to the country, do you know how many workers to UK employ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú MI5? Let's just have a look. MI5. Total numbers of employees. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Ta ló mọ àwọn tó ń pè ní MI5? Lẹ́yìn tẹ́ jẹ́ wà nílé, àwọn tó wà lábroad kan ni mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jọ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, tẹ́ wà ní Nàìjíríà, ǹjẹ́ àwọn tó ń pè ní MI5. Most of you máa ń gbọ́ FBI, but ẹ mọ̀ nípa MI5. Àti pé àwọn owó gangan ní MI5. Ǹjẹ́ àwa náà lọ́jọ́ iwájú a máa ní MI10. Gbogbo tí mo ṣe ní bíbáyìí tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń sọ nípa pé a máa pààyàn kan tó jẹ́ ìkànnù wọn, a máa ṣe bá, a máa ṣe tọ̀hún, gbogbo ẹ̀ ní technology máa pick láti MI5 building tó ń bẹ ní Vauxhall tó dẹ̀ wà ní gbogbo every part of the United Kingdom. So I wonder, tẹ́ tó 5,000 nínú WhatsApp group and you are almost going to kill yourself. gbogbo gúrùpù tí olúkálukú wá wà kò sí bí kan tí mo ti rí pa tó 5,000 nínú ẹ̀. So kí lẹ wá fẹ́ para yín fún? Let me first give you the MI5 àti pé iṣẹ́ wo gangan ni wọ́n ń ṣe. I'll take you straight to their website and let's first find out about us. About us là ń sọ nípa wa pa fẹ́ gba country. Tá a bá kọ́kọ́ sọ nípa about us tí bá ní ká wá tẹ̀ lọ́jà ẹlòmíì gan tó bá dójú ogun gan sef ṣe ni wàá máa tọ̀ sára torí ń póríṣiríṣi àti pé tá a bá ń lọ sógun gan sef everybody ò lè gbébọn. Everybody has different roles. Mo ní ọdún méjì ló fi prepare the landing tó fi gba France kúrò lọ́wọ́ ìyà. 2 good years ni gbogbo planning yẹn. So àwọn tó plan ẹ̀ wọ́n máa deliver message fáwọn tó wà ní ìsàlẹ̀ tó ń pè ní other troops and troops and troops. Ṣé mọ̀ pé nínú ogun concept chef máa dáná bó tó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bó ṣe yìn torí àkí mọ̀ wọ́n lè ka wọn mọ́ bí tó ti ń pa màálù yẹn lọ́wọ́ àbí tó ń ran lọ́wọ́. So gbogbo ìjà tẹ́ ń jà nísìn, I don't see the reason why you're fighting. It's uncalled for. It's unnecessary. But I understand. Ẹ fi ń wo bíi ti Nàìjíríà. Tí ìbá position ara mi dáadáa nísìn, tá a bá lọ délẹ̀ lérí, kọ́ máa lọ yọmí setting. Mentality Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. And that is the reason why ta ṣe ní ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kó lè tó wá jẹ, kó lè tó wá mú. Torí pé gbogbo tá a mú nínú Nàìjíríà nísìn, ó ń bọ́ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ni. Lie ní any reason for it. So mo understand. Ẹ jẹ́ kémi náà kọ́ mọ̀ pé èmi ni akọgun ti bíbà. So that a bá dé Yorùbá country, wọ́n ní yọmí ní setting. Kódà, iṣẹ́ tá máa gbé fún ẹgan sef, o lè fẹ́ sọ pé o tẹ̀ ṣe torí pé responsibility. Do you know the meaning of responsibility? Job role máa wà, job description máa wà, o dẹ̀ máa ní salary. Kò wá ń ṣerú ilé tó ń ṣe Nàìjíríà là ń bá lọ tá fi lọ ṣe. That is the mistake tẹ́ ń ṣe nísìn, tẹ́ fẹ́ fi jà, tẹ́ ń pariwo. Ẹ kàn fi voice oríṣiríṣi sílẹ̀. I am here speaking on my own behalf, not on behalf of anybody from our leaders. But as one of your leaders, I have the right láti sọ fún yín pé it is really uncalled for. Àwọn tí mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó yé wọn. Àwọn tó ní message tí mo ń sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọ́n understand it. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àti lókè òkun. Let's first go to the MI5 nítorí pé mo fẹ́ employ 10,000 ọmọ Yorùbá lọ́jọ́ iwájú tí mídíà wa máa wà lára àwọn tó máa pè fún ẹ wá ṣiṣẹ́. Ìjà ti ní 10,000 nínú group kan nísìn. Do you know what 10,000 is? Let's take you through this meeting. The people of MI5 exists to protect the United Kingdom from threat to our national security, preliminarily terrorism and threat posed by the state. We would have more than MI5 in the near future. Nígbà tá bá dá dúró. I can tell you that èyí máa ní any DSS is as shit hole as nothing. Kò ń ṣe pé kò ní capability láti go after terrorism, but they are not interested. Kò ń ṣe pé kò ní capacity láti go after the threat to the state tó ń pè ní Nigeria, but they are not interested. How many people ni wọ́n máa mú nínú same country wọ́n lè track wọn? Wọ́n ní capability yẹn, but wọ́n wà interested because agenda mi ní Nigeria wà fún. But lọ́jọ́ iwájú, our own MI10 and kò ń ṣe porúkọ tá máa pè nìyẹn, mo kàn ń lo àṣàpèjúwe because gbogbo nǹkan a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣàlàyé fún yín torí kò yé yín. Torí tá bá sọ pé MI10 nísìn lómìnira orúkọ tó máa pè nìyẹn tá bá délẹ̀ lérí. Gbogbo tẹ́ ń ṣe nísìn àti tèmi ṣe in terms of the campaign and awareness. Níjọ́ tí country bá ti dé gbàgà, constitution máa guide gbogbo wa. Tí bá ṣàṣìṣe, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbé mi lọ sí court. Adájọ́ dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹjọ́ lórí mi. Tí bá ṣẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé community service ni, àìmọye àwọn tó ń ṣe community service. Èyí tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n lólú ẹ máa lọ wá ní kó lọ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Ìkékeré máa dùn ṣẹ̀wọ̀n lọ́wọ́ ní bíbá. dèzénì ó kù next year fún ó máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n kò ní ṣẹ̀wọ̀n àmọ́ ní ọdún tó ń bọ̀. So gbogbo voice tẹ́ ń fi sílẹ̀ yẹn kò necessary. Ohun tẹ́ ń ta sílẹ̀ yẹn ohun yẹn ó jẹ́ ká máa fún àwọn enemies wa ká máa fi prepare wọn pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a máa pa yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pa wá a gbọ́dọ̀ pa. Amẹ́ríkà máa ń pa ẹni tó bá fẹ́ pààrọ̀ wọn ni. Ẹni bá fẹ́ pa wá ká pa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. But eléyìí tẹ́ fẹ́ para yín ká tó débi tá à ń lọ kò necessary. You will just die and the world is not going to end. 62 people died ní Brazil lánàá. Ilé ayé ò parẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá para yín nísìn tẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bára yín jà tẹ́ para yín àwa sì máa ṣe Yorùbá country. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa lọ nìyẹn àkàn máa rántí yín pé ẹni báyìí Saheed ọmọ bọ̀dà nísìn he died. Àrántí ẹ̀ lóòótọ́ nípa tó kó bọ̀dà lẹ́ni. So ẹ má jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ dé ibi tá a máa kọ́kọ́ náà ń bára wa jà nígbà tá a ní gọ́fúnà tá a fẹ́ bá jà. Àwọn olóṣèlú la fẹ́ bá jà kò ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá la fẹ́ bá jà. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá wá nítorí olóṣèlú ló máa dúró tì a máa fèsì ara wa máa para wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Bọ̀dé ilé ìtajọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá nation tẹ wá ń jà nítorí position tẹ ń jà nítorí pé ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ àgbọ́yé pé many agencies will be representing Yoruba country in the near future. Gbogbo ilé ìta ṣiṣẹ́ nísìn temporarily ni. And we need more people. Owó ni kò sí, òun ló ń look like pé ẹ ṣe ń dàbí nǹkan tó ń dàbí tí mo fi pè yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Tá bá dé country wa, àwa la máa control resources tó máa fi tọ́jú gbogbo wa. Mo sọ nípa girl tí ó gbé army lọ sí tribunal, wọ́n tún sanwó fún. Only God knows how much she got paid. Because wọ́n bully ẹ̀. Tí Yorùbá government bá bully anybody lọ́jọ́ iwájú, a máa gbé lọ sí court. Bí Yorùbá government bá bully yín, òun bá government ṣiṣẹ́ ni on the state level, on the province level, on ìkálẹ̀ level, on ìbílẹ̀ level, on any level, àti private sector, we will take them to the court. We will fight to make sure that you are paid. That is what we are fighting for. But some of you, no understanding. No. You don't have the understanding. And this is the reason why I am out tonight. To tell us that there's a work to do. My own job must not contradict the next person's job. I am not a security, but I am a journalist that will be in the forefront of whatever would happen in the near future. And now, many of you don't understand what we are fighting for. If you are lying around to and who are worried and scared, do you know how many people who are trained that need? Tama ko lọ síbi tá ti máa training lọ́jọ́ wájú tó ń ṣe training tá máa ṣe pay and hide. Nígbà tá bá ti gba country wa military barracks ilẹ̀ Yorùbá máa ní training tá máa yìnbọn tá máa ní snipers láàrin tá máa ní ẹni tó máa wọ helicopter tó lù lọ́pẹ́lọpẹ́ yẹn a máa train ẹni tó máa drive fighter jet tí gbẹ̀gẹ́ bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú yìí nísìn RAF èmi mọ̀ bí tó wà within 2 minutes ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà lórí òkè. When there is a threat to this country, RAF gbọ́dọ̀ gbéra àwọn tó bá gbọ́ sound ẹ̀ tó bá lọ boom ó fẹ́ já plane wálẹ̀ ni. We will train a lot of you for that. Ẹ wá ń para yín nísìn for peanut. Ẹgbẹ́ kan ẹ lọ ṣe sùúrù. In tó wà nínú Yorùbá country ó tó gbogbo wa jẹ. Forget about the position for now. Àníkájọ face enemy òun ni tó wà níwájú wa nísìn, but mo understand. Olóṣèlú Nàìjíríà bó ṣe máa ń parọ́ nìyẹn. Tá bá ti dé bẹ́ẹ̀ a máa fún yín nílẹ̀ a máa fún yín lómi at the end of the day jack shit olórí burúkú ni wọ́n. Ìyẹn mo ṣe ń bá yín fún wọn lépè. Ẹ̀yin fèmí àti wọn sílẹ̀ lórí mídíà. Wọ́n bí bá wọn dá kò sí nǹkan tó lè fèmí ṣe. Gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ. Àfi tí kò bá sí Jésù Kristi tó ń protect wa. Àfi tí kò bá sànàbí. Àfi táwọn orúmọlẹ̀ tó bá ń sùn. Àfi tó bá yẹ pé àwa tún ṣe nǹkan mí lẹ́yìn ju tí mo gbé dání lọ. Tẹ bá sàsí mi kò ní ràn mí. Wallahi ta'ala ìṣúmọ́ bí láìláìlá hùwà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sàsí mi kò ní ràn mí. Kò ní ràn àwọn ọmọ mi. Torí pé ẹ̀mí kan làwa fi ń ba lọ. Ẹ̀yin fèmí àti wọn sílẹ̀ lórí mídíà. Ẹ̀yin ní kẹ́ máa prepare ground fún kan míì. Ìtọ́ bá ní kẹ́ ṣe ní kẹ́ ṣe. Gbogbo audio tí gbogbo yín fi sílẹ̀ gan sẹ̀. Tá bá ní ká jáde níṣẹ́ lómi máa tọ̀ sára ni. tó bá ní ká jáde tán nísìn ẹlòmíì máa tọ̀ sára ẹ máa tọ̀ sára ni. So àwọn tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ ti get message yẹn ẹ ṣe sùúrù gan àtàgbàlagbà àtọmọdé àtọbìnrin àtọkùnrin exit group àwọn wọnú group à ń fohùn sílẹ̀ sínú group gbogbo yẹn kọ́ ni a fẹ́ fi jà àwọn ta fẹ́ bá jà ní politician èmi fẹ́ bá politician jà gidi ni wà láìtàlá ìsúnmọ́bí láìláṣílá wà ìtí mo torí ẹ̀ wálé ní 2021 ni mo sọ fún yín mo fẹ́ bá wọn jà gidi ni pé ká jà tán délẹ̀ ẹni tá bá máa forí ẹ̀ fàgbọ́n ká forí ẹ̀ fàgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tá gbé dání ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń affect millions of Yoruba people níbi tá a wà nísìn àtàwọn tó sì ń bọ̀ lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la ẹ wá ń bára yín jà nínú WhatsApp group in a group that is not even up to money. WhatsApp group is a chat group admin amalagbára ẹ blọọkì inú ilé ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn fohùn sílẹ̀. I am not here to tell you not to do things or not to say things, but there will be instruction. Instruction gbọ́dọ̀ wà. Instruction máa wà from different levels. Kò dẹ́ ṣe wúwo nǹkan lẹ́ máa mọ̀. O ṣé kí n jáde nísìnyí kí n sọ fún yín nínú group pé a máa ṣe nǹkan báyìí. Ta ni mo mọ̀ tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ nínú group? Ṣé èèyàn mọ̀ pé DSS wà ní gbogbo group ni? Wọ́n sọ ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀. Ó dà pẹ́ lómi ọmọ tá à ń jàṣà. So nínú group yẹn náà láti máa jáde. Ibo la bá ṣẹ́dé? No, bàbá ẹ̀ ni máa sọ bí ta bá ṣẹ́dé fún. Dádì ẹ̀ ni máa wá sọ fún nínú ilé. You're a bomb bastard. Máa wá sọ fún dádì ẹ̀ ìwọ́kọ́ ni máa sọ fún. Ibo la bá ṣẹ́dé? Èmi á sọ fún ibi ta bá ṣẹ́dé. Instruction lẹ́ máa gbà. Instruction. Lọ ṣe báyìí, lọ dúró síbi báyìí. Ẹlòmíà ní kó lọ sleeper cells ó wà káàkiri. Bí UK ṣe ń lò wọ́n, ṣe rò pé UK ò ní wọn láwọn tó fi sí Russia lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ṣe rò pé Russia fi àwọn èèyàn sínú ilé. Iṣẹ́ tó ẹkẹ máa bá wa ṣe yẹn. Mo ní àwọn obìnrin wa ẹ gbé ọmú lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin yẹn àwọn olórí burúkú yẹn ibi tó bá ń sùn sí afẹ́mọ ibi tó ń rìn sí ẹ gbọ́ mú fún wọn lọ́yẹ̀ kọ́ fọmú yín mu ẹ mọ sẹ́ta gbé dání ni ẹ máa gbé ọmú sí wọn lẹ́yìn dígbàyà ọkùnrin tó bá ti rọ́mú gbogbo ààrẹ dàrú nìyẹn kò mọ nǹkan mọ́ iṣẹ́ tá gbé dání yẹn ń ṣiṣẹ́ kékeré ẹ kọ̀ rò pé iṣẹ́ kékeré ni olóyè lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ no olóyè òun tún dúró olóhùn dúró pẹ̀lú wa kí la tún wá ń wá so kí máa bá yín polóyè olóyè àwọn ọmọ yín kéékèèké má ti ń bára wọn èmi ò ní time yẹn I don't have that time I haven't got that time n tí mò ń dí pẹ̀lú pọ̀ gan olórí burúkú politician lèmi ń dí pẹ̀lú mo fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé a serious gan ni eléyìí ń ṣe àwọn bàbá Fẹ́mi Fẹ́re o eléyìí ń ṣe àwọn ń ṣe bá Gani Adams o mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé mo ń dẹ́rù bà wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí mo ṣe ń jáde lójoojúmọ́ nìyẹn mo fẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé mo ń dẹ́rù bà wọ́n pé ẹ̀rẹ̀ ń dẹ́rù bà wọ́n yẹn kò ṣe kékeré mo mean it I really mean it bó ṣe fẹ́ kẹ́yìn náà máa operate nìyẹn but ẹ̀yin máa operate in a different level kò ń ṣe ẹ̀yà gbùdùgbùdù ẹ̀ kàn fọhùn sílẹ̀ ẹ̀ wá fẹ́ kí màá lọ máa gbọ́ gbogbo voice níbo mo ti ráyè máa gbọ́ voice note gbọ́ voice note kankan voice note mo fẹ́ gbọ́ ni pé ẹ lọ kóòdì ni ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa MI5 ṣe MI5 operation wọn fún mi nísìnyí do you know the kind of operation they are doing àwọn ìṣí dey stage yẹn nítorí pé I need the kind of resources ó yẹ káwọn náà ní intelligence and ìyẹn la ṣe ń bẹ àwọn diaspora ẹ gbówó jáde ká fi ṣèrìn àjò kó yá torí àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn dọ́là àwọn Dangote olóṣì gbogbo wọn ní gbówó síta fún wa ẹ fẹ́ gba country la máa ń sọ yìí country là ń sọ ẹrù pé abúlé ni mo ní mo fẹ́ gbà ni a fẹ́ gba country la fẹ́ gbà kò ń ṣe state kan la fẹ́ gbà a fẹ́ gba gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ wọn àwọn náà lówó lọ́wọ́ ìbùkúnlẹ̀ amósùn kan wò mí pé tó bá bí ẹ̀dá Kóìkì wá gbọ́ Ògùn state mo dẹ̀ sọ fún pé màá gbọ́ Ògùn state lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ní Ògùn state àwa la ní Ògùn state ẹ̀yin lẹ máa sá padà fún àwa kọ́ la máa sá fún yín ní sá fún yín ó kù díẹ̀ ni mo sọ ojú ló ń kán ìbòjì òun ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀ wà lájàlá ìsúnmọ́bí láìláṣílá wà ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yé ni àwa ò dẹ̀ ní kú ẹ̀yin lẹ máa kú a máa fi gbogbo yín ẹ̀jẹ̀ yín la máa fi wọ́ọ̀ṣì gbogbo nonsense ẹ̀ ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tí yà ń jẹ gbogbo everybody ẹ̀ dákẹ́ à ń sọ pé ìyà ń jẹ wá gbóyin dákẹ́ sẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń ṣe gbogbo ìjàgbàjàgbà nínú group yẹn ẹ stop ẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kémi máa bá yín polóyè èmi ò ní polóyè I will not call CSI for nonsense ní tí mo fẹ́ máa polóyè fún ni pé bàbá tó bá ti yẹ tó bá lè díkòdì níbẹ̀ ìtẹ́mi fẹ́ máa polóyè fún nìyẹn polóyè wọ́n ti ń jà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o àwọn gúrùpù méjì ń jà o ẹgbẹ́ mẹ́ta sì fẹ́ fọ́ra wọn lórí o ẹ bá fẹ́ para yín kẹ para yín dànù kẹ kú tẹ bá kú àtúmọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lérò tó pọ̀ ẹ̀yin lẹ fẹ́ kú àwọn òkú àwọn ta fẹ́ pa mọ̀ pa fẹ́ pa wọn àwọn náà fẹ́ pa wá mọ̀ káwọn yẹn fẹ́ pa wá ni báwọn ṣe fẹ́ pa wá láwọn náà máa pa wọn enemy bá fẹ́ pààyàn yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ pa ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín enemy tó bá fẹ́ pààyàn yẹn máa pa ni you kill your enemy before your enemy kills you ẹ̀yin wá ń bára yín jà ẹ ṣe sùúrù o ẹ yẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa MI5 MI5 exist láti protect UK DSS exist kò lè protect Nigeria ṣé DSS ẹ ti mọ̀ pé èèyàn kò ń ṣe country ẹ̀yin ò ti mọ̀ pé èèyàn ṣe country tó bá gbọ́ MI5 àyẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ jà girigiri ni wọn kàn employ anybody they don't employ anybody wọ́n employ àwọn tí ó lè jókòó bí ṣe jókòó báyìí nísìn mo lè study gbogbo message ẹlòmíì mo lè decode ẹlòmíì bá send message máa decode irú brain ta need nìyẹn brain power technology brain power ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fún ọmọ Yorùbá àwa ni ọlọ́run gbélé lọ́wọ́ many of you don't understand anything ẹ̀ ń jà fún position ẹ̀ ń jà fún peanut when we are talking about a massive investment a massive opportunity for every one of us but more understand báwọn Nàìjíríà olórí burúkú politician bó ṣe ṣe for 24 years they are born bastard àti obìnrin àti ọkùnrin gbogbo wọn olórí burúkú àti former àti present they are all born bastard olòṣì ni wọn ẹ ti ṣe wàhálà fún wọn ẹ jẹ nǹkan kan nínú ẹ eléyìí tá à ń ṣe gbogbo alájọ máa jẹ ẹ máa ní your own national insurance number kóòdù yẹn ni gbogbo wa lọ́mọ máa fi sanwó fún wa lọ́mọ máa fi tọ́jú wa ẹni tó bá níṣẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ máa fún lówó mo ná àwọn ọmọ mi 50,000 equivalent ló ń gbà ní every week ní UK ní tó bá wọn lọ lè fi ṣe bó ṣe láti rí nìyẹn. The MI5 exists to protect the UK from threat to our national security, primarily terrorism and threat posed by the state. More than 5,000 people work at the MI5. That is just one. Army kan ni mo sọ o, ọlọ́pàá kan ni mo ń sọ o, mo sì ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa MI5. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ iṣẹ́ tán náà ń ṣe fún yín. Àwa tá a wà nínú group tẹ̀ tó 1,000. So ṣe mọ̀ pé mo sì need another 4,000. Ṣe mọ̀ pé a sì need tó bá jẹ́ pé group kan gbogbo group tẹ̀ ń bára yín jà ní ẹ̀ tó 5,000. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń bára yín jà nísìn ẹ̀ tó 5,000. Now ó dá mo need 5,000 tá a máa fi ṣe security and we only have 1,000 nínú 1,000 ẹ ti fẹ́ para yín kí ló dé tẹ́ máa fà ṣe need 5,000 people why do you think that they need 5,000 people because àwọn obìnrin máa ń lọ bọ́kùnrin sùn iṣẹ́ máa fà iṣẹ́ gbó ni yes tó bá mọṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe àwọn obìnrin máa set wọn kọ́ lọ sleep pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin tó lọ fẹ́ gba information lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Some people don't understand what we are fighting for. But I am here to educate you. Mo ní lecture room ní bíbá. Ẹ̀yin tí mi ni mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ kí n tó wọnú ètò mi lọ. Ẹ ní láti mọ̀ pé n ta gbé dání in tó máa tó gbogbo wa jẹ ni. Bó ẹni tó support gan ó ní right ni mo sọ fún yín. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ para yín gan nísìn àwọn tó support Yorùbá nation wọ́n ní same right like you kò sí right ẹni kankan tó máa override right ẹni àfi tó bá ń ṣọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ Ìgbò nìkan ni kò ní ní right àfi tó bá jẹ́ èyí tó fẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá but immigration ló máa sorting out immigration clause nìyẹn but ọmọ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tó support mi sí yẹn ó ní right o so ẹ má para yín tán o kó má jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn kọ̀ wá dé pé àwọn kúkú ti para wọn àwọn alámájọ́ máa gbádùn ẹ̀ nísìn. MI5 employ 5,000 workers. Gbogbo group tẹ́ ń bára yín jà ní sí ẹ̀ tó 5,000. Tí bá ní kẹ́ fún mi ní gbogbo numbers group kọ̀ọ̀kan ní gbogbo group tó wà ní sí ẹ̀ fún mi ní gbogbo numbers yìí ẹ̀ tó 5,000. So that means pé we are losing numbers. And this is the reason you need to understand the purpose of the self-determination, the inalienable right of the Yoruba people. We have enemies to fight, and the enemies and ẹ̀yin ò rí pé shocker ni kò jẹ́ shocker fẹ́ mi because I told you I warn all of us that the North are preparing for something. nígbà tó kó flag jáde, the next one tó máa kó jáde nísìnyí ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀ ìbọn ló máa gbé jáde, ìbọn ni gbogbo wọn máa kó jáde. So what do we do? How do we make sure that we infiltrate them? By now ó yẹ káwọn kankan ti máa lọ gbé ní north, kẹ lọ máa bá àwọn ọmọ wọn sùn, kẹ gba information, kẹ tún padà wá sísàlẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì tẹ̀ mọ́ṣẹ́, ẹlòmíì ẹ kọ̀ wá nínú gúrùpù nìkan, ọ̀lẹ ìdíyín kò ń ṣe gbogbo yín ọ̀lẹ ní gúrùpù náà lẹ ti máa lẹ̀ dí. But I know a lot of you are loyal, but ẹ má wà so stupid o, and don't get carried away. Má nítorí pé àwọn kan wọ́n fi voice sílẹ̀, ó yá jẹ́ kí èmi náà fi sọ tèmi nínú yàrá ẹ̀ tó lè sì fáànù mo ní sìn torí orú mú mo dẹ̀ ṣuṣí window. More than 5,000 people were at the MI5, bringing together people with lot of different background and lot of different skills. O mọ skills tó ní kò túmọ̀ tó ṣe ni, kí ló wá ń jà pé ìwọ ló fẹ́ ṣe leader kìíní kan. O mọ skills tó ní kò bá wọn organize ètò. Àárọ̀ yìí ní àdúgbò mi àwọn kan lọ fún trip, mò ń wò wọ́n láti binoculars mi. Èmi náà ní binoculars ní èmi, mo fi ń wáyà Yàyà Bello. Bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn mẹ́ta ni wọ́n lọ fún ẹ̀tí mọ̀ pé àwọn tó máa ń lọ fún àwọn Yorùbá náà fishing kankan, mo ti gbàgbé date yẹn, máa pick it hopefully in the program. Bí wọ́n lọ fún beach ní ẹ̀mọ̀ weather dání weekend yìí, mo ṣáàrì tán paper, olúkálukú ló ní role, ẹni tó ń tík orúkọ nígbà tó yá bọ́ọ̀sì kan tún dé sí ó di 4, nígbà tí gbogbo bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn wá lọ tán, mo wá ráwọn mẹ́ta kan, mo wá ní àwọn ilé yìí ò sanwó. Àwọn ilé ìrò pé bí táwọn bá ọkùnrin méjì obìnrin kan bí ó rò pé tóun bá gbọ́ mú débẹ̀, èmi kàn ń sọ ní ọmọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ o, èmi kàn brain mi kàn máa overwork ni, because kí ló àwọn mẹ́ta lè wà, I'm sure pé wọ́n ti wà níbẹ̀ bóyá nígbà tó ní kọ́ dáwó wọ̀ dáwó or something, I don't know. MI5 wá ń sọ fún mi nísìnyí pé àwọn need different people from different background, dúdú ni, Asian ni, Caucasian ni, gay ni, lesbian ni, ìlú táwa wà nìyẹn, bíbá Muslim ni, Christian ni, òfin parẹ́ torí Christianity, yín parẹ́ torí Muslim. Ó fàwọn wèrè tó ń jàjẹ̀sìn sílẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn nílàkàyè wọ́n mọ purpose and the 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 purpose. Ẹ̀sìn tẹ́ ń ṣe ní mọ́ṣáláṣí, kọ̀ǹga la fi ń ṣàlù àlá kémi tó kúrò ní phase 2, one bastard. Ṣé kọ̀ǹga ló fi ń ṣàlù àlá ní Saudi Arabia? Omi tó kọ́ purify kó tó dẹnu èèyàn, àwa máa fi kọ̀ǹga, àwa sáré kékeré. Ṣé omi tó yẹ kó wọnú ẹnu ẹ, èmi ti wá ṣàlù àlá pẹ̀lú kọ̀ǹga, pọ̀ bí bá bẹ́ẹ̀ dá kó gbé sẹ́nu kó pọ̀ jù kíkí kó má bẹnu ẹ jẹ́. Ṣé country náà nìyẹn? A ní afẹ́ wà níbi tí mọ́ṣáláṣí tó máa dúró gẹ́gẹ́, bọ̀ kò gbọ́dọ̀ ní conflict pẹ̀lú àwọn oníṣẹ̀ṣe, torí oníṣẹ̀ṣe ní right nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, kò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ní conflict pẹ̀lú àwọn ní Sunday service. We will live in harmony. Irú country tí mo fẹ́ nìyẹn, mo fẹ́ Boko Haram, torí àti láwọn Yorùbá kan tó ti fẹ́ di Boko Haram mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, but we can educate them and bring them back. And tó bá ṣe bring back, àti wọn mọ́lé, a máa tọ́jú wọn síbẹ̀. Belmarsh ní àìmọye is one of the high profile prison nílùú yìí. Àwọn hardened terrorists wọ́n kó wọn síbẹ̀. Tó bá ṣe pẹ́kẹ́pẹ́kẹ́ wá yìnbọn wá pa wọ́n sínú bẹ̀ ni, torí wọ́n lè take any chances. We will defend Yoruba land, but ẹ má ti para yín nísìn lórí petty. Because gbogbo tí mo rí tẹ̀kọ́ ń sọ, I see it as petty. We are dealing with a bigger picture. Mo ní àgbáyé là ń bá jà. So ṣé ní tẹ́fẹ́ bá àgbáyé jáde náà lẹ ti ń bára yín jà nínú WhatsApp group? I pity a lot of you. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ń jáde báyìí? Èmi náà gbọ́dọ̀ gbóyà gidi ni, ìtorí àwọn tá à ń bá deal wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ bá mi ní kínní, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ bá mi lákọ pé yes pé mo serious, tí bá máa ṣeré wọ́n mọ̀ pé mo ń ṣeré, but tí bá serious wọ́n mọ̀ pé bá wèrè ní bọ̀bọ̀ tó jókòó yìí. Àwọn kan ní mo ti ṣe court rí, problem yìí nìyẹn. Èmi kúkú bá yín gbé Nàìjíríà, àgbọ̀ court ìgbà táwa wà ní secondary school, ìgbà tẹ́mi kúrò nílé ẹbẹ̀ courtism yìí, mo dẹ̀ sínú ẹgbẹ́ kankan, but mo dòpò Jésù mú, mo dẹ̀ dòpò ànábì mú, mo dẹ̀ dòpò àwọn babaláwo mú. Mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta lèmi ṣe. Problem tèmi nìyẹn, kò ṣe problem tiwọ. But we are dealing with more problem from outside and inside. Nígbà tẹ́ bá ń bára yín jà, ẹ lè bá mi ṣe spy. Ẹlòmíì inú yẹ kó lọ jókòó sí airport ni, kó tẹ̀ máa ń lòṣì yẹn, kó tẹ̀ máa wò wọ́n. Ẹlòmíì á wà Èkó hotel lójoojúmọ́ lọ́n káṣẹ́wó síbẹ̀. Tó ń kọ́ àwọn olóṣì politician yẹn. Ẹ fẹ́ mi ní picture wọn àtàláṣẹ́wó kí ẹ̀yin má pariwo ẹ̀, èmi ni máa pariwo wọn. Many work and many road that you can play. But aba ní ká lọ náà ẹ ní ìdòwò àníwó ta fi fún yín lọ títí. But sacrifice gbọ́dọ̀ wà nínú nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Ṣé rò pé àwa náà sacrifice ni? Mo ń sacrifice ni. Owó mi kí n máa jókòó kí n máa wo Netflix. Owó mi kí n lọ kí n kémi náà. Àwọn èèyàn wà ní bíá palọ̀ nísìnyí tó ń ṣe fàájì, kò sí ìtọ́kàn pẹ̀lú Yorùbá nation tó ń mu Guinness. Pé tó bá yẹ wàá fi Yorùbá nation sílẹ̀. But a ní fi sílẹ̀ torí pé ìlú tèmi wà yìí ó ti sú èmi. Ìlú yìí ò ti sú àwọn nǹkan, but irú àwa báyìí ó ti sú wa. Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀sẹ̀ ń dé tó bá máa fi tó 1 year wàá mọ̀ pé water pass gàrí. Let's come back to the MI5. One now one need one at the moment 5,000 staff ló ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́. 5,000 gbogbo WhatsApp group tẹ́ fi padà yín lé lórí nísìn tó 5,000. So you can certainly picture nǹkan tí mò ń gbé jáde tó 5,000. Gbogbo yín tẹ́ ń pariwo yẹn nísìn gbága audio kílé ogun olóńbọ̀. Ogun tó ń bọ̀ nìkan ni ogun Fúlàní àtàwọn olóṣèlú politician. Àwọn la máa lé léré. Mo ní 45 minutes lọ fún Bangladesh Prime Minister tó bá bí bàbá ẹ̀ dá wọ́n ní bàbá ẹ̀ náà 49 years ago bọ́ ṣe lé bàbá ẹ̀ kúrò lórí oyè nìyẹn. A máa lé gbogbo yín pátá kúrò lórí ibi tẹ́lẹ̀ dìmú yẹn. Àwọn ọba wa nìkan ló ní right láti wà lórí institution wọn. Àfi ọba tó bá dalẹ̀ nìkan àwọn alálẹ̀ dẹ̀ máa dì pẹ̀lú àwọn. I will leave that like that. Bàyẹn lóṣèlú tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yìnbọn á sun yín ni nígbà tásìkò yẹn bá tó. Ìbọn ọ̀ràn kankan mọ́ ní Bangladesh wọ́n fún ní 45 minutes wọ́n ní after 45 minutes ṣọ́ra àwọn tó ń bọ̀ yìí pátá àṣẹ ọ̀sẹ̀ máa yọ mo ṣáà sọ yín lórí mo sọ yín náà wọ́n yọ bra síta bra prime minister wọn tó ń wọ̀ sábẹ́ aṣọ káàkiri tó wọ́n yọ síta pátá olúkálukú yọ tiẹ̀ àṣà àwọn muslim náà máa Islamic country ní Bangladesh àti pátá àti gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n on kitchen a máa gbogbo wọn ẹ̀yẹ́ fún wọn sílẹ̀. By the time we are coming for them in a massive rally tí wọ́n ní ever rírí láyé wọn gbogbo state pátá ẹ jẹ́ kí n dé mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pátá wọ́n tó bẹ́ẹ̀ sójà bá yìnbọn á pa bí 6 á pa bí 200 but sójà yẹn fúnra rẹ̀ kò ní rọ̀la. Sójà tó bá yìnbọn nígbà tí Yorùbá nation bá jáde òun gan ní rí ọ̀la mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kò ní rí ọ̀la. But kò ń ṣe pé ìjà tẹ́ ń jà nísìn la need. We need you to remain focused and listen ẹ máa listen. Kò sẹ́nibọ́dì tó lè gbé anything jáde tí èmi Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí gbogbo ní authorization gbogbo ń tẹ́ ṣe ń ṣe pátápátá gbùdùgbùdù yẹn ẹ máa ṣe sùúrù ní authorization pé ó yá oyè yín ó ti yẹ yín náà àwọn tó òmùyẹ ní kọ́ máa wá kí ni mò ń sọ tó wá sáré ẹ̀yẹ jẹ́ kí olóyè fèmí ní authorization yẹn but authorization ò tí jáde nísìn so ẹ lọ sẹ́ńpẹ́ ká máa wò ibo la bá ṣẹ́ dé nísìn náà dá díẹ̀ ni máa wá report ibi tá a bá ṣẹ́ dé fún mò ń bọ̀ wá bá dá díẹ̀ sọ èmi àti dá díẹ̀ jọ máa mọtí lálẹ́ idiot all over the place bí ẹ̀rù pa à ń ṣeré ni so kí n wá sórí WhatsApp group ẹ sọ dorin Wàsíù ẹ̀yàn máa lè ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ ń sọ máa lè pẹ̀lú máa ká pè lórúkọ ẹ wò mí dáadáa Kóìkì ni mò ń bọ̀ nílé o mò ń bọ̀ nílé kò sí nǹkan tẹ́nibọ̀dì máa ṣe o mò ń bọ̀ nílé wàláhì tàláhì sí mọ́bìlá ìlàsíláwà ó kù díẹ̀ mò ń bọ̀ nílé èmi àtọlóyè ń bọ̀ nílé àti bàbá Akíntóyè àwa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ń bọ̀ ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yè ni à ń bọ̀ nílé ó lè jẹ́ in the next 2 years in the next 3 years I don't know but à ń bọ̀ nílé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo rẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi yẹn ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yè ni àwa la nílẹ̀ wa. So let's continue. You alright? Can I get water please? It's getting hot in here. So MI5 wọ́n ní àwọn níṣẹ́ fúnṣẹ́ púpọ̀, wọ́n ní 5,000 staff, wọ́n dẹ̀ náà wọ́n ní ìdí mọ̀ sí. Wọ́n ní 5,000 staff, thank you. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ìdí mọ̀ sí. 5,000. So kí lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́, so ṣe mọ̀ pé ká tẹ̀ sọ pé gbogbo yín WhatsApp group 5,000. Ṣé náà ṣé àní nídìí sójà 5,000 lédè màá tún lọ́wọ́ èèyàn mélòó ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú British Army? Ó dà pa àwọn èèyàn mọ́ tó ń bọ̀. Mọ́ tó ń bọ̀ sà. Ìdùnnú ló fẹ́ dé fún wa, bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó forí Tinubu fàgbọ́n dáadáa lọ́hùn. Ẹ jẹ́ kó larí ẹ̀ mọ́ igi, problem ti ẹ̀ nìyẹn, kò sí kíní kàn mí. Kódà tó bá yọrí ẹ̀ padà wá fún wa, àgbà abẹ́rẹ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n ọ̀pá ń pè wá Abíọ́lá ni. Tó bá pa sàn wọ problem ti ẹ̀ nìyẹn, kò sí tó kàn mí. Torí àwọn ẹ̀ a sọ fún òun náà dẹ́nu ọkùnrin lòun náà ọkùnrin ní kọjá máa bá wọn náà ti ta ṣé Russia flag nìkan lórí mo ní bọ́n lọ́ máa kó síta the next time ṣé flag lásán lẹ ṣe rí àwọn Wagner tó ti wà ní north èyí tẹ́ ẹ̀dá kankan mọ̀ Wagner ti operate nínú north gbogbo ibi tó ń fẹ́ blow dànù ní sí wọ́n ti fojú wò ẹni mo ẹ tú lọ́kọ́lẹ̀ mo sọ fún yín. Mo kí àtó bí mi lọ́mọ. I couldn't even go and see her like I said today, but definitely my dad on Lola. More than 5,000 people work at the MI5. The number yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo British Army. Èèyàn mélòó ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀? Kẹ́lẹ̀ ní understanding. I don't want to use Nigeria because èmi fẹ́ lo country tó ní kìmí. Kí ni mo fẹ́ máa Nigeria tó ti wà infiltrated? More specific number. Ó ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú DSS. Tá bá wo population àwọn percentage àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní DSS gòdògòdò àwọn olórí burúkú Fúlàní ni kò ń ṣe Haúsá. I don't even know why Tinubu orí ò pé wàláì ó sì fi bíchí síbẹ̀ as a DG of the DSS. You are a madman. Orí ò pé rárá. Àwọn tó fẹ́ àwọn kí ni mo tẹ̀ ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ kí ni mo ń bẹ̀ àníkọ́tẹ̀ destroy government ẹni mo ń gbàdúrà kí ló tẹ̀ kàn mí. Ọ̀dẹ̀ nìyẹn. Òde president òun lo DSS director general tí Buhari lò tán ó sì gbé yẹn dání sọ́wọ́. Ṣọ́mùgọ̀ ni bàbá yìí ni. Ibi kan tí mo jẹ́ small boy gan sẹ̀ gbogbo wọn ni máa fáyà pátápátá ó fi python sẹ́nu ẹ gbogbo problem tí ó tẹ̀ sí ní mo tẹ̀ ń bẹ kí ni mo ń bẹ dárò fún gan sẹ̀ problem tẹ̀ nìyẹn. British Army total number àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ kankan mélòó ni mo pé mo fẹ́ mọ̀ bí àwọn èèyàn wà pẹ̀lú mi ta lélẹ̀ tó ní you are calling àbí kò fi da fún bàbá ẹ ni ta lélẹ̀ tó ń sọ pé you are calling Nigerian kò ní da fún ọtí Tinubu ẹ̀ ní sóríire you are a bomb bastard ta ni Tinubu criminal tó ń ṣe drug ní Chicago àbó lórí burúkú lélẹ̀ ní ta lélẹ̀ tó ń sọ níbo lélẹ̀ ti já wákẹ́ bàbá ẹ̀ ò ní sóríire you are a bomb bastard yọ kúrò lórí platform tó rí mi comment ò ní kúre ẹlòmíẹ̀ tó kọ́ síta níbo lélẹ̀ ti já wá pé mo àbólóṣì ni wà àti Tinubu kí ní kàn mí pẹ̀lú Tinubu you are a bomb bastard Tinubu náà lẹ́pọ́n létò yẹn ẹ̀rí bó ṣe gbẹ ti mú kokéènì pa kò ní da fún gbogbo yín tá lórí pẹ́yìn bá sọ̀rọ̀ olùsí níbo lélẹ̀ ti já wákẹ́ tó lókun lọ́rùn láti gbogbo lórí platform mi mo ní Nàìjíríà ń ṣe ibi táwa ń pọ́nlé níbí báyìí bomb bastard ní country yẹn ti yọ wèrè dànù kò ní rí mi comment a lọ máa wò lọ́dọ̀ àwọn tó ti ń wo program mi tó bá ti parí ẹ̀. Now British Army 75,166 ìyẹn ò tún ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú MI5 wọ́n di mélòó 80,000. So why do you want to kill yourself? Ẹ ṣe sùúrù náà yín boys yìí kí ni máa tó gbogbo wa jẹ Ọlọ́run ó máa tó gbogbo wa jẹ ó di 80,000 ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo total number àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ní England kódà mo ní lo Wales àti Scotland ṣe jẹ́ kí n lo England England police total number as at last year 149,164 officers head count tó bá ní head count orí sórí kò ń ṣe ti Nàìjíríà tó máa ní head count dọ́bù orí ló máa ń kà ní Nàìjíríà ó yá ṣèbí gbogbo àmà ń rẹ́ tó bá ń ṣe election yẹn ó yá head count á dẹ̀ máa kà lọ báyìí 1 2 3 alẹ́ di triple mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ẹ wá máa wọ́ndà pé níbo ló ti rí orí yẹn ara fraud tó ń ṣe Nàìjíríà nìyẹn ara fraud tí wọ́n ń ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà nìyẹn ó yá let's count 1 2 3 add the 10 add the 20 criminal country ṣé country nìyẹn mo ní kò ń ṣe country mo ní ìdìbò ìbàkan náà nígbà mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí mi mo kí àwọn family mi náà ọkọ àdúró tì mí. According to the report, okay, England and Wales tẹ̀lélẹ̀ the latest data as at 30th of September 2023 shows with an S there are 149,164 police officers head count in the 43 territorial police forces in England and Wales. Territorial province làwa máa lò àwa bọ́dọ̀ ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ torí a fẹ́ deal pẹ̀lú as many criminal Yorùbá, Igbo, Hausa àtàwọn tí a bá mọ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú. ẹ sọ bí tílẹ̀ ṣúdé lálẹ́ nísìn tẹ́lẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá tó máa jáde wá báyìí bóyá ní Lagos nìkan àti Lagos yẹn náà very limited. tí bá wà ní Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ nísìn ṣé mo lè pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá pé ọlọ́pàá mò ń gbọ́ wuruwuru ní bíbá mo kàn ń gbọ́ wuruwuru níṣẹ́ lè jáde wá kí lè rẹ̀ kọ́ máa sọ fún mi wọ́n á ní ṣé mo ṣẹ̀dí láti London ni orí ò pé ṣé ìgbà tí wọ́n náà wà London òun sọ pé ìlú yìí ò ní ọlọ́pàá ìtò máa sọ fún mi nìyẹn kí n kàn lọ Nàìjíríà nísìn kí wọ́n number 1 ọlọ́pàá tí mo fẹ́ pè yẹn mo ní nọ́mbẹ̀ ní o ọ̀gá Mr. Koiki nítorí mo ti fún lówó ó mọ̀ pé mo wà nínú ilé lọ́dọ̀ dádì mi ó protect mi mo kàn fi ṣe example ni o kí wọ́n á pè pé gbà tó bá tẹ̀ máa pè gan ṣe ó ti sùn lọ ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà ti sùn báyìí nísìn ó tún dago 6 kan tó ṣí station some people don't know what we are fighting for wàláì ọlọ́pàá Nàìjíríà right now bí a Lagos state Ògùn Ọ̀yọ́ gbogbo àwọn yẹn náà iná ẹ ti yẹ nǹkan tí mo mean lẹ́yìn gbogbo àwọn wọn bíi hotspot ṣé gbogbo local government 33 Ọ̀yọ́ state nísìn lọ́lọ́pàá máa ti bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ ṣé ti bá pọ̀ ọlọ́pàá nínú ilé mi ní Fìdípọ̀tẹ̀ kì í sọ pé ọlọ́pàá o ọ̀gá Mr. Koiki kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ wo wọ́n sọ fún yín pé àyà mi já láti sùn sínú ilé yìí o Mr. Koiki ẹ má wọrí ṣì bá sọ fún yín pé a máa protect yín bọ̀ ẹ̀yin ti lọ́lẹ̀ kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ mú kan gbọ́ tíyàn kan ṣílẹ̀kùn bẹ̀ yẹn ṣe lè máa bọ̀ nísìn ọ̀gá ẹ jẹ́ kó dàárọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ mọ́ I don't want a country like that. Kí n tó parí program yìí tán I'll be surprised if a siren doesn't pass through my road. That is the kind of society I want for us to live in. So within the 2 Wales àti England 149 now àti ní 80,000 kan tẹ́lẹ̀ 75 tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún military UK British Army 75,166 regular forces personnel 4.062 agorkas àwọn yẹn máa ń pààyàn burúkú ni training àwọn yẹn tún yàtọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́mọ gorkas ẹ má para yẹn ọmọ yìí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní group yìí ẹ má ti kí lára yín ká tó débi tá à ń lọ. Some of you will be trained láti fi ìbọn yọrí èèyàn tó bá wá kidnap wa ìwà kọ̀ wà top proof ó lè wà lórí helicopter gan wà lie down èmi máa wo fíìmù dáadáa sórí kidnapper yẹn a máa sọ fún pé owó ti ń bọ̀ helicopter kò ní wọn pa fẹ́ yọ orí ẹ̀ á dẹ̀ mú bọ́n sórí èèyàn báyìí orí ẹ̀ la yọ orí ẹ̀ wàá bá wa yọ orí ẹ̀ nìkan orí ẹ̀ wàá fìbọn yọ orí ẹ̀ lóòótọ́ ẹni tó mú yẹn máa wà traumatized àwa gbé yẹn lọ sí best hospital láti tọ́jú ẹ̀ irú life tí mo fẹ́ fún wa nìyẹn. So some of you will be trained as Gurkhas and tó bá mọ̀ Gurkhas spell Gurkhas Golf Uniform Romeo Kilo Hotel Alpha Sarah ẹ lọ Google àwọn tó ń pè ní Gurkhas kábíyèsí Elédùmarè tí àwọn ilé tí ìbọn bá tán lọ́wọ́ wọn wọ́n tún fi ọ̀bẹ jà kìkìkìkìkìkìkìkìkìkì ẹ lọ máa train ara yín kẹ wọnú igbó kẹ lọ máa train ara yín ẹgbẹ́ náà díẹ̀ fi hàn díẹ̀ fífífífífífí obìnrin lèmi mọ̀ tó máa ń ṣe fífífífífí àtúnrọ́kùnrin náà fífífífífífí wọ́n tún ló ti tó ẹ̀ tí ń gbọ́ wọ́n tún máa ń ó ti tó inú gúrùpù yẹn nìkan náà ṣàlẹ̀ tí ń lẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ́ra yín why? àti rí 80,000 ẹ má gbàgbé 5,000 ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú MI5 75,000 ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá pẹ̀lú regular force nínú àwọn regular force yẹn wọ́n wá yọ 4%. Kí lẹ rò pé UK ṣe yọ 4%? Gawkers yẹn àwọn kọ́ ló ni wọ́n. Màá fún yín ní background wọn díẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn Gawkers are closely associated with kukuri, a forward-curving knife, and have a reputation of fearless military pros. Fearless ni wọ́n. Tí wọ́n gan bá pàdé wọn tó bá pàdé wọn tó gbé bọ̀ dání tó máa fi gbàgbọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ò ní mọ̀. That is the kind of training I want for you all in the near future. A gbọ́dọ̀ lè ná more than $1 million lẹ́yìn lórí as a military, as a force, as any personnel. Tẹ́ bá kú sójú ogun, a gbọ́dọ̀ sọ fún Nigeria Yoruba government pé oh my àwọn ẹ̀rọ àwọn America ni ìyẹn àwọn èèyàn ṣe ń fẹ́ lọ join ni wọn medical care kìíní kan care ta America tẹ bàjẹ́ àwọn máa ń tọ́jú wọn burúkú ni American personnel àwọn tó jẹ́ kìíní wọn máa ń tọ́jú wọn gan wọ́n máa tọ́jú wọn bá wá padà tún kú sójú ogun tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ kọ́ kú bọ̀ pé wọ́n kú sójú ogun báyìí woman kan mo mọ̀ bí àwọn kan rí fídíò yẹn wọ́n gbé tó bá ti gbé flag America wá bẹ́ẹ̀ nílé ọmọ family ẹ̀yìn lọ nìyẹn o oyè yẹn àwọn tó wà lamẹ́ríkà ní understanding gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ tọmọ wọn ti ṣaláìsí nínú sójà ní Nàìjíríà náà àti ní Amẹ́ríkà àti ní gbogbo àgbáyé tó jẹ́ àwọn Yorùbá àtàwọn ẹ̀yà míì kọ́lọ̀ kó foríjì wọn kó kẹ́ wọn iṣẹ́ yẹn ò ṣiṣẹ́ tó easy Nàìjíríà ẹ tún mú mi ọdún yẹn wà nínú bíbá mọ́mí yẹn send message yẹn sí mi ní last week I can play it ẹ mọ̀ kí mi ní sọ̀rọ̀ kí n má lọ evidence màá mú jáde màá play fún yín ọkọ wọn kú ni ó wà láyé ni nobody has given them any reason to see why the husband didn't return back from the war front Nàìjíríà ní kúre gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní ká keep Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ ní kúre fọmọ méjì sílẹ̀ but ní Amẹ́ríkà àwọn ní ta ló wo fídíò yẹn ìyá yẹn dúdú ni orí sick bed lọ́tí wá gbé flag lé lọ́wọ́ tó bá ti gbé flag yẹn dé ó ti mọ̀ pé ọmọ ẹ̀ ti lọ nìyẹn bàbá yẹn gbé flag yẹn báyìí ìyá yẹn wo flag yẹn ẹkún bọ́ lójú ẹ̀ ni pé kí lélẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ ọmọ mi ni ọlọ́mọ ayé ká sunkún ọmọ but ìyá yẹn lọ́lọ́lọ́lọ́lọ́lọ́lọ́ ìyàwó tó jẹ́ mọ́tò máa fi kú l'Amẹ́ríkà àwọn tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà understand nǹkan tí mo ń sọ ó yá àwọn yẹn nísìnyí pé Koiki ọmọ ṣe gbé nílùú ìrí ni mo mọ̀ ní àwọn náà láwọn èèyàn níbẹ̀ olóòrè mọ̀ sí mi kan Navy ní ọdún mi lọ àǹtí mi ni máa pè wọ́n àǹtí mi yẹn ìgbádùn tó ń jẹ kò ń ṣe kékeré àtọmọ àtọkọ àtìyàwó tó bá jẹ́ ìyàwó ló jẹ́ bikini ni bó jẹ́ ọkọ ni o tó bá kódà àwọn kan máa ń tún tètè lọ marry tó bá ń ṣe military force l'Amẹ́ríkà o gbọ́dọ̀ tètè marry ìyẹn ló ṣe máa tètè marry so that anything can happen so that kéèyàn kan lè jẹ àǹfààní ẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ń ṣe country kẹ́kẹ́ kúrò ní jágbájágbá mo kí ìyá mi Ọlájíre Coker mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ètò country tó yẹ ká bínú tán délẹ̀ sí ni òun ní Nàìjíríà èyí tí wọ́n ń bínú síra yín nígbà tó máa tó gbogbo wa jẹ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ díẹ̀ nípa àwọn Gawkers tó bá pàdé gawkers ní ibi tí wọ́n ti ń show movie fearless ni wọ́n, àwọn ready láti bá délẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́ káwa náà wà nìyẹn, and we are like that, we are fearless people. But mo fẹ́ fearless yín kẹ́ máa lọ máa fi pariwo lórí media lórí WhatsApp group kẹ́ máa fi disturb ara everybody. Lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan yín náà jókòó sínú ilé yín kẹ́ máa pẹ́ àwọn tí movie bá tẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí kíyàwó ẹ̀ máa ní baálé mi kílẹ̀ ṣe mọ́ baálé mi ilé tẹ̀ ń dangẹ́dangẹ́ gbẹ́ fi mí lẹ̀ kí ọ̀nà ìyàwó mi hàn mí nínú ilé máa ń sọ fún pé sójà kì í sùn á ní irọ́ ni mò ń pa níwọ̀ tó bá ti sùn nísìnyí ó dúró àárọ̀ kílẹ̀ tó mọ́. Soldier no dey sleep man ti máa sọ fún ìyàwó mi nìyẹn. Lóòótọ́ mo lè sùn léra báyìí but kíkí báyìí máa dìde. Àwọn kan máa ní ṣe Koiki máa ń sùn 4 o'clock mo gbọ́dọ̀ dìde 3 o'clock mo lè dìde 2 o'clock mo lè dìde kò dẹ̀ sígbà tí mo lè sùn. Ìtọ́lọ̀ fi kẹ́ mi nìyẹn. Tó bá yẹ pọ́bìnrin ni mí ni ìyàwó máa ní mo ti lóyún nílé ni. Down ẹ yẹ kí fún yín ní background àwọn gawkers yẹn. Wọ́n ti wà ti pẹ́. Oshejare, Erin Julius, one of they are called the snipers. Snipers máa ń yọrí èèyàn ni. Bullet yẹn á máa lọ tó bá pọ̀n ẹ́ lára á pieces ẹ̀ sí méjì. So let me give the background a little bit and we move straight forward. So mo kàn jẹ́ kó yé yín because mo ti ṣe 1 hour and I hope it's more than enough. And I'll continue to educate ourselves. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ń bínú sí anybody. Mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé eléyìí ò ṣe Nigerian country. Mo understand Nigerian country ni pé Koiki, mo máa ń ràn àwọn èèyàn tó bá send audio sí mi. Koiki tá bá délẹ̀ Yorùbá kẹ́ má gbàgbé mi o. Èmi kọ́ ni máa gbàgbé yín. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó bá bí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Yorùbá dá kó gbàgbé yín. Ibi táwa ti máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣe pé àgbà country àwọn nítorí àti gba Yorùbá country. No. Media and tackle government lọ́nìí. But a lot of you need to understand that. More professional, Benny, Mr. Sodiq Anyila. More professional. Egba only share button, can like it, can screenshot, can share Google. Gawker Kingdom, or the Gawkers. Napel ni wọ́n. Ta ló mọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ tó ń pè ní Napel? NEPAL. Mountain, forest, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló kún níbẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé mọ̀ pé náà fi oríṣiríṣi kí olúkálukú àwa nísìn a mọ̀ nípa ewé àti egbò. A mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ a kò lò ní in the right direction ni problem ta ní nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run fún àwa ni a mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ but nítorí pé a lò in the right direction. Tá bá lò in the right direction nínú ilé wa a lè rán afẹ́fẹ́ lọ bá wọn. But problem tó wà níbẹ̀ ni pé ẹ̀rù ń bá àwọn bàbá yẹn pé tó bá gbélé yín lọ́wọ́. Ṣé lè tẹ́tí bára yín jà ní sí nínú group kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí para yín dànù pẹ̀lú afẹ́fẹ́ yẹn ni. And that is the reason why they are very scared and worried to give you some of those things. Kò ń ṣe pé kò sí. But we need those things to fight the enemies. Ẹran mo rántí Bankole tó náà máa wọlé ó máa ṣe gbá ó máa ṣe. Oh no, you don't say for this kind of movement. But movement don't play anyway. You don't play movement. Rishi. But we know that we all have a role to play. If you play role tèmi ò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ní conflict pẹ̀lú the next person role. Mo kí bàbá wa Rahim Abbas, Sunday Dúró Dọ́là mo kí yín sà. Mr. Ọládélé Ọlámilékan mo kí yín. Àwọn Yorùbá tẹ́lẹ̀ mi máa ń kọ yẹn máa ń struggle láti kà. Okay, Mr. Koiki. Mo ní wá yín tì lójijì láṣẹ Èdùmàrè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹni bá náà máa wá mi tẹ̀yìn lẹ́ máa lọ. Ẹni bá ní kò sóògùn má bá wọn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ẹ má bá wọn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá o. Àdúrà dẹ̀ wà. Àdúrà tó lè lift mountain náà wà. Àdúrà là ń rán sí gbogbo north nísìn kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó dàrú kó fọ́rí Tinubu kọ́kọ́ ìbá sọ fún. Kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó dàrú láàrin ara wọn kóun náà máa fà wọ́n gbogbo game tó tún fẹ́ play jáde nísìn lórí wọ́n máa lọ look into constitution but ó náà ò ní ṣe constitution nísìn àní kò ní gbọ́ weak element wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ constitution ó náà ń sọ̀rọ̀ economy òfowó ṣé pẹ̀lú náírà dead money dẹ́dẹ́ mọ́mì 100 naira kò ní kankan rà. Mo lọ sí store láàárọ̀ yìí, mo ti post video yẹn because ìgbà tí mo parí lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn mo kàn lọ sùn ni. Ṣé brother mi ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Alumaruf lánàá àwọn show tí wọn èmi á show tèmi fún yín ní alẹ́ yìí nísìn. So mo ti sọ yìí tí máa sọ fẹ́yìn ọmọ wa oyè ẹ̀wù tọ́mtọ́m ayé tọ́mtọ́m ó ti bàjẹ́. Tọ́mtọ́m tèmi mọ̀ a máa ń rí kíní white strip yẹn lábẹ́ but tọ́mtọ́m nísìn àwọn ẹ̀wù gbogbo ẹ̀ kódà ẹ̀wù tọ́mtọ́m bó ṣe rí ẹ̀wù size tọ́mtọ́m. Ó dà ṣé mo èlò ni tí bá fẹ́ ra tọ́mtọ́m yìí nísìn máa fi sẹ́nu máa lá ni ẹ má wọrí ẹ̀bí kò ṣàmátà fẹ́yìn. Èlò ló ń ta tọ́mtọ́m ẹyọ kan àbí ká sọ pé mẹ́ta ó dà pé mo ṣì ní bíbá ó wọ́n náà ní London. Mélòó ni mo máa ra mẹ́ta ṣé wọ́n máa ń tẹyọ? Mo rí comment àwọn èèyàn mọ́ ẹjọ́ lọ́wọ́ Facebook ní bíbá mo tẹ̀ kí àwọn tó wà lórí Facebook ní bíbá. Mo kí mọ́mì mi grandma Dúpẹ́ Agboola ẹ ṣé gan ẹ̀kọ́ àdúró tì ràn yín gbogbo yín pátá. Mo kí àǹtí mi náà grandma Fatuse Elizabeth mo kí yín mà. Justice Prince only Nigeria is a contraception camp. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, you are not lying. Young Presido ní Koiki má dá Tinubu lóhùn even though they change the constitution nothing good will happen. Tinubu ama uche ní gbogbo Italy mo kí ẹ. Okay, wọ́n ní mẹ́ta 100 naira. Mẹ́ta 100 naira. Okay. Mẹ́ta 100 naira. When you go to the store in this country, hello lele, this is 2p. Tówó yẹn bá kù 2p wọ́n níta fún ẹ product yẹn. One ẹyọ kan 50 naira. So one tom is 50 naira. So our smallest domination is 1p. 1p, 2p. Then we have 5p. Then we have 10p. We have 20p. Then we have 50p. Katole Maasoro note. And all this money, and I'm sure it's the same thing Ama Uche or He Biafra in Italy. I'm sure it's the same thing in Finland. And I'm sure it's the same thing in Canada. If you have these 2p left in whatever you are buying in this country, they are not going to sell it to you. Do you know why? Because the money is still in operation. So, not come out to fight anybody. I am just here to tell you that the Yoruba country, there's enough to feed every one of us. And I'm not here just to make it up. I'm serious about it. Moki, brother me, Idowu Matthew. Moki baba mi, Oyeyemi Ola. Moki gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Marseille, ní France. Moki Addis Shobo. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí Lagos State. Moki, yeah, I'm sure it's the same thing in Italy. The same thing in Spain. If you are short of any pens or Euro pens, American pens, Canadian pens, you will not be able to take the product. Even if you have given them the $1,000 on top, but you are still short of the, because what are you going to tell the machine? Oh, machine. Or okay, let's even say you want to use your card. The product, and in this country and in Europe, that is why there's always something pence at the back. 1,099p, 1,008p, £1 8p. The milk I bought from Macro this morning was £2 and 5p. Now, if I have £2 in my card, do you think that my card will be able to allow me to take the milk out of the store? So where's the 5p? So am I going to go in front of the machine and say, hello, checkout. Hello, Google. How can I help you, Mr. Koiki? I want to make payment for the milk. Okay. But I am short of 5p. Can I take it and maybe bring the 5p tomorrow? Sorry, Mr. Koiki. You will not be able to take the milk out of the store. If you do take the milk out of the store, you will be charged for papa, popo, papa, po. Enter our Instagram. It's ending, but I'm coming back because it's 1 hour. But if you want a stable Instagram, you go to OLAYOMI KOIKI. We got 4 hours on there. More like Tom. But they've reduced everything around it. Sometimes I think this is fake. I don't think it's original anymore. Nigeria is also a fake country. So good evening once again. Sam Smith said, I drank Maltina today. It's like I was drinking water. Many adulteratory, infiltratory, whatever your English, diluted. There's a problem. That's why there's too many kidney problems. At the mountain chain, but the Congo àwọn mọ̀ nípa ká ṣe duplicate mà ṣe duplicate Maltina ẹ̀gbọ́n Mr. Sam wọ́n ní Koiki mo mu Maltina ó dàbí àti mo mu mi mo tẹ̀ fi ra super malt lẹ́nìí but I don't know wọ́n ní kò sí even Maltina is so tasteless they reduce all the content. Mo kí Aji Sulaiman mo kí bàbá mi dáadáa ṣe gan ni mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ti Côte d'Ivoire ẹ̀yin ti every part of Yoruba land. Sikiru Adewale Suleiman. On the Almighty, what lion keep on the good work. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ìdòwú Samuel, hey grandma Lé Ajayi, màmá dáadáa. Ṣé gbogbo yín ti lọ sí party ní weekend yìí? Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi rí mi ní last week. Private conversation. Àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ò sí nílé o. Koiki. So that there next time. Heritage is still in the movement, but he's very busy. He has a lot of work he's doing. Motivurie, Gbogbo media, Aziz Badeshere, brother me. I'm Agbori Wali October like I wish many of you get a visa to bring you in, but UK, we know how that works. Nigerian passport, you need a visa to arrive in London. In the 80s, it wasn't like that. Amawicheni is true. Maltina is tasteless. Almost every product. Cherry, Don, Calvin. Only don't forget, Mumbo. The reason why when you put the comment, I need to go back and edit. I think I put Tinubu something. So anytime people write Tinubu, it doesn't allow the message to pop up. So I'm going to go back to my settings and change that. So most of the time when you write and it's hiding the message is because Tinubu is one of the names that I put inside. Don't forget Tinubu and Buhari is 5 and 6. Man standing, that's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is at the detention up to date. And somebody tell me, don't abuse Tinubu. Ema bu Tinubu. Now Tinubu is using the criminal Emeka Anyanwu. Because that man shouldn't be telling Tinubu about constitution. What I should be telling Tinubu. Well, some might say, but Koiki, constitution will give you a referendum. But Tinubu told point blank that he's not interested in constitution right now. And shout out to Tony and my brothers and sisters from the Biafra. And I'll speak a bit of English so that I can carry along a little bit, but please bear with me. You know, I've already addressed my Yoruba people at the first hour of the program. So you Yoruba Timo Basoro, mo abayinja o. Kako ṣàlàyé fún yín pé ó máa tó wá jẹ. There's a bigger opportunity and a bigger picture. Shakiru kí ló ń pẹ́ lẹ́rìn. Brother mi oníwàhálà. Grandma Jọkẹ́ Bọ́dúnrin mo kí yá mi Stella Ṣódẹ́yìndé mo kí. Shout out to many of you that have joined us. Some of the Biafrans want to listen. Koiki, I beg, speak English. We did like this your vibe. But when you start this your ingbati, we don't go understand anything now. They know that they boy when they speak that language. But they can't feel it by not hearing it in English. Koiki, say this thing in English so that we can fire together. But sometimes we just want to deliver certain message, to our people. Mukiyami, my beautiful mommy, Fumilola Beni, honey, I love you so much. Ìyàwó mi ani àwọn ìyá Oòduà, wọ́n kàn fi bá gbé lọ fún mi báyìí. Àwọn obìnrin jealousy. Àwọn ìyá yẹn bá ti pè mí, ìyàwó mi á máa wò mí báyìí. Àwọn ìyá Oòduà ló máa ń pè yín o. Ẹ̀yin grandma mi, ẹ̀yin beautiful sisters. Adúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Then the outfit tí mo wọ̀ lénìí, ẹ lọ sí Omitaf Culture. I want no man gé sí mi lọ́rùn, and I love this. It's a good one. ẹ lè fún wọn ní material, wọ́n dẹ̀ lè bá yín source material, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń post lọ sí anywhere tẹ́ bá wà títí dé Australia, wọ́n gbéṣẹ́ kan lọ sí Australia láìpẹ́, beautiful, àdúpẹ́ fún wọn. Mo kí ìyá mi Sherifat Ọlátúnjí, mo kí mọ́mì, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Ẹ bá wa sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa, Ayọ̀mí kó dá méjì o, a kó ètò lórí sísítà wa, ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, kò jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ìyá dáadáa, the queen of media. Adéwálé Adéyẹmí, mo kí yín, mo kí gbogbo ẹni tó ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ibrahim Shitu, ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé there is a lot that everyone will enjoy when we get to Yoruba country. But if you are thinking that only 3,000 people will be the one that will enjoy it, no. It is for all the Yoruba people that we are fighting for. I am not fighting for only small percentage of the Yoruba people, even though some of them disagree with me. But Moke, a great Yoruba nation. Shout out to everyone, Keke Okos, and I cite every one of you on the Twitter space and the MixLR. Nigeria blood is still in them. Thank you, White Lion. Please talk sense to the stupid and the bastards. We love you. Igboho loves you. I love you. My heart bleeds every day for you. If I have enough resources, I will sponsor every single one of you to be in UK in October. But I don't have it. And even UK might say, why do you want to bring all these people to UK? That is why the UK rally should be for the people that have the means within the European country. One of the men of God was in UK today, and I did follow the program. I'm not going to mention his name, but I want to one follow platform here, one message, one more so powerful prophecies. I was listening, I was praying, I was excited. It was a complete packed stadium in Twickenham. I've just given you a code, but I won't tell you the name of the church, neither will I tell you the name of the pastor. But what we can tell you is that we can do the same thing. Okay, Eshegoni, only you're very intelligent. Alone intelligent to I can't bring your junior talemi. Well, you bring security money. Eshegoni, I do appreciate the good comments, the bad feedback. The reason why we shout at people that come and tell us something there is because we want people to know that this platform is fully 100%. I don't want any mixture of any Nigerianness in it. So don't come and tell me, oh, you're using Tinubu. Who the hell is Tinubu? When millions of you are dying, including my own people at home. So the church service that took place in UK was very powerful. And we pray that God will continue to put oil on the man of God. But in October, I want us to come out as well. In our millions, thousands. Because the current state of Nigeria will get worse. It's not going to get better. Rather, many lives can be lost in between. And that is the reason why we must make all effort in real time to say that the UK is one of the countries that kept Nigeria afloat in 1914. You know, it's like when you float your business in the stock market. That is what they did in Nigeria in 1914. After a terrible slave trade. The terrible slave trade that we experienced in Africa, other part of the world has not experienced it. The genocide that the British created with their Nigerian puppets by killing 5 million of the Biafrans, and nobody has apologized. And you want them to unite with us, and you think that they will not be woto-woto. You might think that they are small, but Chukwuemeka, as their own God, is protecting those that are leading and will continue to provide all the support that is needed. We are not in the 60s. Shit has gone on in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, but we are now in the 21st centuries, where we are pushing communication and information at the real timing. So if anybody is believing the nonsense that was played out in Abuja by Tinubu and Emeka Nyako, Sani, and the rest of the criminals, you are fooling yourself. Tinubu is a weak element that is controlled by the North right now and France and some other European countries. Muki brother me, Mukaila Adeoye. And nothing is going to happen because Tinubu has no intention to allow everyone to go their separate ways. But it's a bonus for everybody because Tinubu right there now is a bonus. Some might say, oh, Yoruba people, you are not doing Yoruba nation. That is their own cup of tea. Let them do their own, we do our own. We are running different race. We are not competing in Olympic because Nigeria never won any gold medal. We are all different people, different cultures, and we are not going to do the same thing in this self-determination struggle. The Biafrans are doing the best they can do, and they're not going to tell us what to do and when and how we do it. We cannot do the same thing with the Arewas. They will do what needs to be done, and many others that wants to be free. Nigeria will divide into multiple countries and will come out of it. Whether it is a prophecy that is saying is the signal is already pointing that the unity of that country dropped, not today, but since the fraudulent failed amalgamation, because it was a failed amalgamation as well. But the British floated Nigeria for a selfish interest. But we are going to show them that we are still a very, very strong Yoruba people. So near October, we will pull out. It might be the last rally before the big show happens. I don't know. I am just saying. But one thing is that self-determination and asking for Yoruba nation, Biafra nation, whatever nation, and nobody, not even the Biafra, can tell people that doesn't want to go with them that they have to go. We cannot force people that doesn't want to come with us. Just the same way. The world is gone beyond that today. And that means that whatever messages we are delivering from this platform, MI5 listen to it, but MI5 is not interested because we are not a threat to the UK. Neither are we even a threat to Nigeria. The people that are threats to UK are the people that we are even trying to save the UK from, because the future to come, which is already right now, more terrorists wants to get to UK by pretending to be Nigerians. But we know that they're not Nigerians. We saw Mutab. Is it Mutab? The one that wanted to blow the American airline. Nobody knew he was a terrorist until he got onto the plane and was ready to blow and kill every passenger. How many of the sleeper cells currently in Nigeria today bearing Yoruba name, Igbo name, Hausa name, with a good Nigerian passport? Because to some of you, you think that your Nigerian passport is good. I still have mine. And don't ask me to burn it. I'm not going to burn it now because we don't have a country yet. I still need a passport to move from point A to B if I have to. I might not use it for identification in UK because I have my full driver license. But if I have to travel, I can use it. But one thing is that the country that we're talking about has put every one of us in a threat, which is different from what MI5 is doing in reverse to protect the threat coming to the UK and the national security. But the real reason why MI5 is set up is because of terrorism and threat from other countries around the world, including Russia and their neighboring North Korea. But we are dealing with multiple phases of problems that they've refused to rectify. And that is a threat to the lives of millions of Nigerians tonight. 10 past 12 midnight is the same time with Nigeria. And as many Nigerians going to bed tonight, we can wake up in the morning and get the information that terrorists came into that area in Abuja and whisked away people. And they operated for 4 hours. And there was no security to come to their aid. Do you know that right now, in many of the borders, cocaine, drugs, codeine, prostitution, many things continue to infiltrate Yoruba land from all the loophole porous borders because nobody cares. Even Benin Republic to Nigeria is a porous border. You could bribe your way in without even showing any form of identification. It's a corrupt system that has now created threat to the lives of the people in Lagos State, but someone who is as stupid and idiot that he doesn't understand that they are under threat. We told Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, the idiot, until he allowed Ibadan to be used as the first bomb target. Not literally the first, because on those states while Akeredolu was alive, also allowed Owo to be used in the Owo massacre. And that goes on and on. Igogon, Ogun State. So the reason why all this threat is happening is because of the borders. So the UK MI5 is in charge, but the DSS is rather looking for Nigerians with mobile phone to unlock and send them their crypto wallet. Criminals. We have the good ones among them, but we have the majority of them that are into one fraudulent thing or the other. Why would a terrorist call your number inside Nigeria and the DSS cannot trace the line and go in there and rescue Nigerians? You know why? Because they're all partners in crime. And yet, they kept Nnamdi Kanu inside with the hope that it will bring peace to Nigeria. I'm asking now, the same way Igboho was pulled out of Nigeria in exile for 2 years plus now, because he's still in exile out of Nigeria. Yes, he can come into Nigeria if you feel like, but for now, he's in exile. Do you know that the two individuals that we're talking about tonight, since they've been on exile, one is kept in the DSS custody, the DSS is feeding him and killing him slowly because he's not giving a good medical, as Abba Kyari is now free to do jiggy-jiggy with his wives and travel out, which we know. Yaya Bello, the criminal, has left Nigeria to Niger, while the DSS idiot, the Yoruba man, think he's smart. I will resign if I don't get Yaya Bello. Bomb bastard. All these continue to happen because the threat level in Nigeria today means nothing to them, because they know that our lives is being under threat since the fraudulent amalgamation. So what do we do? How do we resolve this crisis? Some say, let us restructure, go back to the regionalism or regional government, let Tinubu pull down the constitution. Oh, Emilokan, no, it's not going to happen like that. Let us first enjoy just like Buhari did for 8 years. Let me put as much for the Yorubas and let others cry. And all these means that the tension continue to build. The criminal OBJ is a criminal. He's not telling us that many leaders should have been in prison. OBJ should have been number one in the prison for crime against humanity. Do you know how many people were killed when he told the security to level a particular location? I'm sure some of you know. If you know, put in the comment section. Well, the West created the terrorists. I can tell you that. They are the one funding it directly and indirectly. And I'm happy that Niger is pushing them out, just as he has asked America to leave. And I believe also, is it Mali or one of them as well is telling Sweden to go. So yes, you're right. Thank you so much, Daniel. So Mr. Ade, who created terrorists? Terrorists have always been created to destabilize the West, mostly in Yoruba. Odi, thank you so much, Amauche. Obasanjo, the bomb bastard as well, of the whole Udi area, and I hope I pronounce it very well, because they disagree. Yes, clashes happen, sometimes between citizens and the military, but yet, that was what they wanted to do with Igboho, but Igboho was very, very Odi village, Eshegoni. Thank you so much, Just Reason. So don't think that Obasanjo should not be handed over to ICC. But you know why they're not going to Obasanjo to ICC? Is part of them as well. We are dealing with globalists and we are dealing with their puppet kept in Nigeria. Obasanjo should be number one in the prison, and then we can think about the others. Wike, we can think about Fayoshe, even Fayemi, and as many of them that have killed innocent Nigerians while they were being used by the West. The reason why Nigerians are very scared today, that is a Bayelsa. I was thinking, maybe it's Anambra, but I've now been cleared that it's Bayelsa State. And I appreciate that everybody is focused and listening. My communication might not be as good as you want it to be, like Shewan Kimbaloye. But what I can tell you is that the world Nigeria today is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Well, we can't safeguard the Yoruba nation country as it is right now because we don't have the resources. If we have the resources like the Niger Delta, the Niger Delta, I'm talking about those doing the bunkering, they have more weapons because they've used the crude oil to exchange for weapons. If we have done the same thing in Ondo State, use the Ondo State crude oil for exchange for weapons, what we'll be discussing tonight will be a massive different change. So, okay, Udi is in Enugu State under Obasanjo regime. Okay, so why am I getting Bayelsa from another person says Bayelsa? But it doesn't matter anyway. Everybody knows. But if it's Enugu, I need somebody else to clear it out. Is it Enugu or Bayelsa State? Which of the two states? Because we have two different answers now, so that we can clear it out before I continue. So, looking at the role of the MI5, you ask yourself, what is the role of the DSS? Their job is to go and kidnap people, if they can do so. Kidnap people and bring them back because they disagree with the government. Enugu, okay? So another person confirmed that is Enugu State. Mr. Ade, what many of us need to understand, internally like to understand, our governors are given security vote, yet they are not using that security vote to support the state. And we're talking about billions of naira. Whether it's monthly, yearly, I don't know. So what we should be asking now is, how do we push them out? You can't push any one of them out through election. You dare not. You will not be able to do so. You will not be able to do so. There's still dispute between where OD is. Is it Bayelsa State or Enugu State? Obasanjo said 2 days ago, according to Dizima 123, that the country is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. When do you think it will explode? Thank you so much, as many of you that have joined us, listening carefully, and I do appreciate every pun that comes in. Sometimes people come in and they go out because they probably have other things to listen to, especially there's Big Brother Nigeria where they're showing their yansh and their whatever every day to get you carried away from the reality of Nigeria on a keg of gunpowder. Many Nigerians will fight back, but when they want to fight back is what we don't know. When, how soon they're going to fight. But I can tell you that many Nigerians will fight back. They will fight back not just with the protest, but it's like a goat that you chase. And I'm giving more information that the OD massacre was an attack that carried out on the 20th of November 1999, just as Obasanjo became the fraudulent president, because he never saw the, Obasanjo never saw the constitution while they were swearing it in. But they used Obasanjo to suppress the Yorubas until the Yoruba realized that Obasanjo was not a Yoruba man, he was more of the Igbos. So on the 20th of November, by the Nigerian Army Force against the predominantly Ijaw town of Odi in Bayelsa State, the attack came in. Thank you so much. That means we can confirm that Odi is in Bayelsa. Please let us not talk about it as it's in Enugu State again. So, I can continue. So I am trying to look at the role of the MI5. Okay, no, you're not rude. You said, how do you think Yoruba nation benefit? Please don't think I'm rude, but how will your Yoruba nation benefit? What is it? You want a federation with independent rule. Are you a Yoruba man? to start with. Are you a Yoruba person or not? Because I want to know. Because your name probably sound a bit of not. You are Fulani. Okay, thank you so much for clearing that. It's good to you see, and I appreciate. Let me repeat this question. This is coming from Instagram. Oh, you're studying in England. Wow. What part of England are you? So let me read your question before I lose that again. Your question is, please don't think I'm rude. No, you're not. But how will your Yoruba nation benefit? What is it you want a federation with independent rule? Do we think that we want federation? My brother, let's put it as a brother because he's in England. So I believe his Fulani is different from the one in the forest. Ben Modi, what should I be talking to you about? Okay, you live in Nigeria, but you studied in England. Okay, thank you so much. So that means you are well learned. Let me put it that way. You are in Kebbi State. Thank you so much for watching me all the way in Kebbi State. I don't want to have these feelings from those of us that are not Yoruba that we don't like other ethnic, indigenous, or tribes. What I don't want is I don't want my true identity to be embedded again in Nigeria. That is the number one. So if you look at these that I put up here, it says we are one people, one culture, one language. I can come and learn about what Fulani is all about in Kebbi State in the near future as Kebbi in Nigeria, but not Yoruba in Nigeria with Kebbi. So we are not here to make it look like, we have issues with our neighbors. We have issues with the ones that are criminals, and we will go after each one of them. But I want a Yoruba country out of Nigeria because as you are well educated, for somebody that I've read in England, back in Nigeria, and I believe you're doing very well. You study in Lagos, my friends are all mixed, even in secondary school. You see, people mix things up. When we talk about nation, people start saying, oh, my friend is Yoruba, my friend is Igbo, even my cousin married Hausa. All that are immigration issues. There are many Nigerians that have married foreigners outside the shores of Nigeria, and they will deal with them according to the immigration rules of the country. Some of them are not given British citizenship straight away, and I'm sure you know that. So the fact that we want out of Nigeria doesn't mean that we will not have cordial relationship with our neighbors, with our friends, with people that we've lived together for 64 fake life. Because the fake life we're living, everybody knows that. But what happened is that even if we have lived without Aguirosi, from what people have said in the history that destroy or pull down the regional government that we all fight for, but the British never wanted the regional government. It was all gimmick. I've been to Lancaster House, not inside. This agreement that took place for 2 years. Then, when the election was called by the colony in 1959, do you know that? And I want to get your name very well. Should I just call you Sadiq, a Fulani brother? Let me put it that way. I use the word brother because, as far as I'm concerned, you seem to be a little bit more well educated from the one in the forest killing my people. Even my fellow Arewa mate don't know what they want. Small money, they change. Well, you can also, okay, Sadiq, you can also say that Yoruba will change, but right now you're dealing with a different set of Yoruba people that are not going to change from what we're asking for. And the rather that we understand ourselves, that we can move out of this country separately, like it has been done in the past with Soviet Union, or we can go the other route, which is Yugoslavia. I still want you to come to Lagos, but as a foreigner. I don't want you to come to Lagos as a Nigerian anymore in the near future. And I mean it. But that doesn't mean that I don't like you. But there will be a cordial relationship that our movement will now be rewritten. Just like the British citizens still have the right to visit Italy, but they're not using the same passport as at 2016 when they exit, the BRICS exit. Now you say, I understand, just like the BRICS exit. So when we say we're going to break away from Nigeria, Sadiq, a Fulani man, will come to Yoruba land, but I want you to be fingerprinted before you enter. Just like the British government asked me if I want to live in this country, I will be fingerprinted. And I did. I want you to come to Yoruba land and set up a business and we will tax you. But if you start doing anything terrorism like the MI5, we will come after you. And you also, like you said, respect our rules. And when I come to Kebbi State in the near future, whether it will be Arewa, whether it will be a Fulani country, you will then tell me that, Mr. Koiki, Yoruba man, as soon as you may enter, we want to make sure that you wear tabani. We want to make sure that you will not consume alcohol. You will not eat pork. I will abide by it. And this is what we are saying. But it seems that many Nigerians are thinking that we are attacking each other, because I understand there's a lot of fight going on the social media. We hate each other. That is what the British created. But I do not want to live with people that I cannot know who they are. You have just told me that you are Fulani. It's a good thing that you even told. I was expecting you to say you are from Yoruba man. But you did not lie. That means it's because you're a little bit exposed. Maybe you can help us to tell your Fulani clan in your own WhatsApp group when you are speaking to them that the Yorubas wants to go because they can control their borders. Because right now, even in Kebbi State, you know, I know that that border is not secured. You have Shanghai visa. You they travel, so you they enter UK. I have Shanghai visa, but I can't enter the UK. I had to get a visa. You see what I'm saying? So this Fulani brother knows what I'm talking about. How do you then communicate this to your brothers and sisters? Nigeria is a fraud. The citizens are not fraud. Get me right. But the system that is being created has enabled fraud and corruption. And I always say it, even in Ogun State, where I am from, is one of the most ritualist states in Yoruba land today. They use people do voodoo. I don't know how they think that will give them money. But that is the mentality. So you know that as a Fulani man, you know, no. The word people are lazy is why you are a Fulani now. Because that's what Buhari said. Don't say people are lazy. Did they create the enabling environment for people to be lazy? Do you know that my Yoruba people wake up in the morning at 4 o'clock, but they can't get to the farm because the Fulani is there with the cow overnight? They have to start all over again without a tractor. Do you know that the economy was destroyed? Because all the money Abacha took out of Nigeria should have been invested back into the country. So we know all these. But it seems that we might continue to have this kind of program and awareness so that people like you can come in, and then you will then take the message to your people. But don't say my people are lazy. They are not lazy. Your Fulani clan are killing my people, and we want to stop it. Do you know here in the north, shops open at 10 a.m.? Well, that is their culture. Let them do it like that. Don't kill them. But in Yoruba land, at 4 o'clock, people are already inside Mushin Igbo. You cannot force people to open shop at 7 o'clock in the north when they are still sleeping. Maybe they do jiggy overnight. No, you know, somebody says you call him. No, he's not calling him. I can read all his comments. That is what I'm responding back to. So we are educating him so that he can help us, because he is well educated. He studied in England. So let me ask you, so I believe that you were born in Kebbi State. And if you are born in Kebbi State, how long have your generation been part of Nigeria? Yeah, well, you can't compare you with the Igbos. The Igbos are hustlers, just like the Yorubas. But what we are saying is that, was Fulani part of Nigeria at the beginning? Do you know the bit of your history? Were you part of Nigeria at the beginning of the amalgamation? Or did you just came in as part of the movement? You are a descendant of Abdullahi Fodio. Okay. So this brother, I'm using the word brother just to respect him because he has respected our platform. So you then know what your agenda is for Nigeria. I'm sure you know that you would dip the Quran into the sea. So you are from Senegal. So you managed to get into Nigeria, and now you have settled in Nigeria, and for one reason or the other, you now want to take control of Nigeria. Do you know that, or you are not aware of that? Are you aware? Or maybe we are making this up. I want you to tell me from the comment that you're putting out. And once again, we appreciate your time with us because we are getting something now that you have also confirmed on the Koikimedia program at exactly 34 minutes past 12 midnight that you are, and I don't want anybody to abuse him. We are learning from the Fulani brother that is telling me now that they are from Senegal. That means that you are not part of Nigeria. But yet, do you know that you have taken so much of the 80% of Nigeria today? Directly and indirectly. And I believe that for you to have been well educated, that means that maybe, I am just using the word maybe, your own parents were part of those that made it out of Nigeria in a little way, one way or the other, whether corrupt or not corrupt, different from the ones that are pushing the cows into the forest. And that is the reason why you've been able to travel out of Nigeria. To study in England, you still have Shanghai visa. Wow, interesting. The Fulani man with a Shanghai visa. I hope he's not, too much for my people tonight. They're like flipping now. I told you that this program, I told you that they are watching me in the north. But when I start speaking Yoruba, they get lost. But some of them understand Yoruba very well. Sultan of Sokoto is recording every video I've been doing in the last 2 years. So let me ask you one question. Sadiq, I swear by Allah, I am not lying. What do you mean? I didn't get that. We taught our history. I didn't get that. You have no home. Okay. So since you don't have no home, you now want to use Yoruba land as your home. Or is it just the north that you want to keep? Because what you know is that you have taken over the whole of the north. And I'm sure you know that. So you know, let me give you one person that you probably know very well. Ganduje, that criminal, because a criminal is a Fulani man. He was a governor for 8 years. He's the current APC chairman. What do you think his agenda is? Okay, you mean that you have been in that Kebbi since 1800. That is before the amalgamation of Nigeria. So you came in through, Kilamakwe migration, which is exactly what a lot of people do. From migration, your generation got into a beautiful place. Wow, this place is nice. So their land is solid. People here are nice. They welcome you. But you took over with a very deadly war. I'm sure you know the history. So when you came in 1800, you were in small numbers. But when they start doing jiggy, gagagigi, gugu gugu. Saldana was my grandfather's classmate. Okay. Very good. We're getting somewhere tonight. So we have this Fulani brother known as Sadiq that is now confirming that, yes, Koiki, what you have been telling your Yoruba people is right. We do not own Nigeria. We came in 1800, but the Yoruba have been existing as far back as before the Portuguese came in 1500. Yoruba, and I don't speak Yoruba for now because we are communicating. Sadiq, a Fulani man, communicating with me on the YouTube, on the Koikimedia backup channel. I can see why I am getting more views because more Fulanis are probably watching now. So, okay, there's another one there again. Koiki, the law of the north, they didn't allow Fulani in Borno state. Borno has a special, very, very special. Well, I mean, we are talking through the, his comments. So I am reading what he's saying because some of you cannot see him. I have a 2 YouTube channel running. He's on the backup channel. If I'm lying, the Fulani can say I'm lying. Well, I mean, whatever you say, we believe it. But you have told us right now that in 1800, you came in. So when you came into the territory, and I want to get something out of this now. When you came into that territory from the history that you have been told, what was the agenda? The agenda at that time and the future agenda. Borno had been emirate and were Muslims. We met them there. So the kind of Islam that they practice in Borno 1800, has that been changed? Do we have a different he's not talking because he's typing. As he's typing, I'm reading it out. So he's telling me now that no. So are you saying now that the Islam that is being practiced in Borno today is still the same Islam that you met in 1800? And thanks again, once again. If you want to call in, let me know. If you want to call in, say yes, and I'll give you the number. I will end the Instagram. They will have to go and find the next channel to listen to. If you want to call in, let me know in the comment section, and I can give you the number. I'll write the number out. Kind of people I have, change it. Okay. So the Islam that was met in Borno in 1800 has changed and has become a fundamentalist Islam. I don't want anybody to call, do not call, because I only need Sadiq to call. Sadiq, can you call into the program so that we can have this interruption, maybe for 10 minutes now? Okay, he doesn't want to call, and we appreciate that. That's fine. So we leave it like that. So, but once again, thank you so much. Sadiq has explained certain things to us. Okay, I think we have another one that is troubling from the other platform. Let me read. Abdurrahman Mirangi. Fulani people are the most known in the whole world. Nobody's going to argue with you on that. I've just picked up your comment. I'm going to come back again to you, Sadiq. I have another one here. Says Fulani people are the most known people in the whole world. Well, whether you are known or not is not the issue. What we are saying is that we don't want the people that are well known in the world to live with us under Nigeria. We want you to come and live with us inside a country that we can be able to trace and monitor you just like any other country around the world. So we're not going to argue or disagree with you whether you're well known in the world or not. You might be known in the world for good. You might be known in the world for bad. And like you said as well, Abdurrahman Mirangi says Senegal, Chad, Niger, and many other Fulani. So can you tell me one Yoruba country? Well, Yoruba country is already being known within Nigeria, through the River Niger. I can tell you from Kwara, Kogi. That is not a Fulani country. I'm sure you know that, Abdurrahman. Ondo State is not Fulani country. Oyo State is not Fulani country. Ogun State is not Fulani country. But we know that your agenda is to take it from us. And we are not going to give you the room to do so. So, Gold say, please, let's just know when we can call in. I have got so much to say, sir. This is a criminal marriage. Everybody knows that. Yes, Kwara is Fulani is because we lost Kwara to the Fulanis through the Afonjas. And I'm sure you know the history, Sadiq. I'm back to Sadiq now. So I'm still waiting for Abdurrahman in case you want to tell me more. Because you said I should tell you where the Yoruba country is. Well, right now in the southwest is the Yoruba country. And we are not going to go through our boundaries beyond that. We're not going to come to Kano and take Kano out of you. We're not going to come to any part of that up north. So, yes, you're right. Yeah, you are causing because Afonja lost that because they are descendants of Danfodio. So we know the history of Kwara State. So the reason why, can I send you some pictures? Well, take my email. Let me give you my email address in case you have something you want to send to me. Let me put the comment section there. 1 minute. So if you have something to send, you can send it right now and I can have a look at it. Let me ask you again, what is the real agenda of the Fulani in Nigeria? Do you know? What is the real agenda of the Fulanis in Nigeria? I'm sure some of you knows within your own cycles, especially as a learned Fulani man, Sadiq. What is the agenda? And that question goes to Abdurrahman. We have two Fulani in the building listening to Koikimedia on a live transmission. Oh yes, I never said Fulani. Kwara is a Fulani. It's not Fulani. Point of correction. Kwara is not Fulani. Kwara is a full Yoruba, but was taken over through the whole issues that happened there during the history. We just want to be free. Okay. Wow, interesting. To move with our cows and also need to be educated more. Wow, interesting. So that your cow is now taking land and massacring people. How do you feel when the Yorubas are crying out that your cows, how do I send this picture to you? Well, I've sent you the email address. Didn't you see it in the comment section? Or if you need my number, but please, nobody called the number yet. The number to call, 1 minute, where's my, oh, flipping now. Yeah, let me pin the email address there. And if you want to send the picture through a WhatsApp, I got two numbers. I'll give you the two numbers, plus 44 75 94 05 0979. But the studio number, when I'm going to open the line, because it seems that one or two or three people are desperate to call in. Enter our Instagram, Emani Lati move, because this show is getting very interesting tonight. Those Fulani are from Nigeria, even their accent are not the same. Those Fulani are, do you mean that they are not from Nigeria or from Nigeria? So the ones that are killing us, 1 minute, let me give you the number. Let me first put the number out because my backup team are not, it looks like they're not helping me tonight. So I have to write, and I'm not using the software. The number will have appeared on the screen. Plus 4474 04 44 05917. So the number with the UK, I'm sure you live in UK before. How long did you live in UK, Sadiq? How long were you in UK before you returned back to Kebbi State, where you are currently living with a Shanghai visa? But you don't, do you still have a UK visa? Oh, you live in UK for 7 years. Interesting. And what did you study while you were in UK? What did you study? I've sent the number. That's my WhatsApp number there. You can send the pictures there. Enter our Instagram. I'm going to switch. I want to call that number out and then enter our Instagram. Hello, Joiny, OLAYOMI KOIKI. Thank you so much. Because Sadiq wants to send me. I don't know what he wants to. So my number is free now. I'll look forward to what you want to send to me on WhatsApp. And hopefully, I'm sure maybe I might interview you. Maybe not for life. You don't probably want to join, but I hope you can give me your time to speak to you and then have a full interview with you. But if you have something to send to me, that is the what you can do. Sadiq has confirmed already that they are not Nigerians. There's nothing for us to be worried about. Oh, now we're Nigerians. Oh, now we migrate to Nigeria in 1900. So let me go straight and and pull a call through. Let's maybe one or two people will have questions for you. So you did computer. So you must be part of the part of the Patami, that criminal, that guy, the former communication minister. Was it? How did he get sponsored to come and do computer science? Interesting. All right, I got a call. Let's go straight to the caller, and then for those of you that wants to call in as well, the number you will call is plus 44 74 044 05917. Koikimedia Live. We have two Fulanis in the house that are already following the program. I don't know how long Sadiq has been listening. How long have you been listening to me, Sadiq? Is this your first time, your second time? You've been listening quietly, or you've been following Koikimedia? And what do you think about the breakup of Nigeria? My caller, go ahead. You're live with me now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Koiki, and I appreciate taking your time to explain what is it for the Fulani, so-called Fulani brother. I call him brother too, like you have said. You see, when we don't know things, we die in ignorance. I just want to give like two examples. I was the one that was starting, chatting in another of my account.
That's fine. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried about that. Just let's go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I have two cases. Number one, sometimes last year, so my son went to camp. It's one of the, all these little corps. He went to a camp, in Texas here, and in that camp, there were just two black people. The place is full of white, so there were just two black people in that camp. So when they got to the camping, they were now trying to group them into groups. So one of the masters, one of the house masters, and said, that this guy, you from Nigeria? He said, yes. He said, yeah, I got another boy from my camp who is from Nigeria too. So they want to group them into camp. So they now put them together. I say, yeah, come and meet your Nigerian brother. So they now pair my boy. I'm telling you about a boy of 12 years. So they pull him together with another Nigerian guy. They group them 5 into each group. So my son now told me that boy now asked him that, how? You from Nigeria? He said, yes. He said, okay, that, are you Igbo or Yoruba or where part of Nigeria? I said, yeah, I'm Yoruba. I said, you are Yoruba. I said, yes. Do you know what the boy did? The boy went and told the Onyibo master. Remember, I told you it's just 2 Nigerians so in the whole of that camp. He went and told them that what happened is that this boy that doesn't want him to be in the same group with him. Say because the boy is from Nigeria, he knows him very well, that they are traitors. So the Onyibo man was confused. He said, what you mean? He said, yeah, I'm not feeling safe to be in the same camp with him. He's a traitor. I'm not feeling safe. Please, can you take him away from my group? Then the Onyibo man came and told my son that, do you know him before? He said, no. He said, well, we're sorry. We need to send you back to, to another group because he says, no, those ones, they don't lie. He said, he can't be in the same group with you. That's how I sent him away. My boy was confused. He had never seen this boy before. They don't know themselves. So, to cut the long story short, so when the boy came, he told me that what happened, that there was this, he analyzed. I was shocked. This is an Igbo guy. Igbo boy, a small boy, telling my son that they don't have anything before, that he's scared. He can't be in the same group with him because he's a traitor. What does that tell you? That is what his parents must have been telling him back at home. The question I want to say is, why are we deceiving ourselves? We are not the same people. We don't have the same family value. We don't love ourselves. Why are we deceiving ourselves? As I am now, if I carry a new woman to my family, I say I want to marry this woman. If I say, where is she from? I say it's an Igbo girl or it's a outside girl. My family will say, so you didn't send any Yoruba to marry. They will first object, right? But that same me, if I carry another woman, carry that woman, go to my house and say, this woman, I want to marry her. She's a Colombian or she's from Germany. My family, they will not raise eyebrow the way they will have raised eyebrow if it is Hausa or Igbo. So the question is, let's have our own individual nation so that we can have value and respect ourselves more. I was in Port Harcourt in year 2000, 1998 to year 2000. I am telling you, they keep reminding us in our area, that time, in Rumo Domaya, they keep reminding us that we are Yoruba people. If you work out too much or you had fight something with an indigenous, with an Ikele boy, they will call you, the chief will call you. He say, no, say you be Yoruba. You can't come here and talk to our children anyhow. This one tells you that we are not the same people. So I am telling that our Fulani brother, see, it will be good for you to let us separate. I'm not interested, even if you like, go and whatever you have done to us, I don't even know, you people will say to yourself, at least you have lived together. We don't have the same language, we don't have the same culture, we don't have the same value, we are not the same people. Our purposes are different. You people, you like Islam, don't worry. You can turn your country to Saudi country. You can play on the road every time. You like poultry. You can put malu on the road. That is not our value. In Yoruba land, we don't have the same food. We don't dress the same. So what is that thing that join us together as a people? Just imagine, I was in a class. They asked me, oh, you're from Nigeria, you're from Nigeria. And that guy that was from Nigeria, me and him, we don't understand our language. So if me, I want to speak with an Igbo person now, a Igbo person now, so we're allowed to communicate in English. So if we want to talk something secret between us, how do we communicate it? So please, I am begging you, my brother, for posterity's sake, for peace sake, let us go our separate way. It doesn't cost us anything. In fact, we will be better for it. You like Islam, you like what today Sharia law. Fine. We are not arguing with you. You can begin to practice your own Sharia law. We in Yoruba land, we love party, we love. Hello?
We can hear you. We can still hear you.
Oh, good. So we in Yoruba land. We love party. We love to dance. We love to go to school. We can also do it. So there is no problem. I was telling another set of people on X. They say, this guy said, oh, all these Yoruba people, you are dirty. You are smelly. In fact, you these Yoruba people, you are traitors. You don't even know how to do this. I said, brother, see, I agree. Yoruba, we are the problem of the world. Don't worry, I agree with you. But I'm begging you in the name of God, can we go our separate way? You know that you Igbo, you are good people, you are smart, you are rich. In fact, if we go our separate way, you won't have reason to have anything to do with the irritants Yoruba. Oh, Yorubas are hard. Yoruba talk too much. Yoruba, so I agree with you. I am not arguing with you. Don't worry. And that is why we need to go our separate way so that we will not disturb you. You see all the Agberos in Yoruba land, all the criminal in Yoruba land, we can be able to deal with them. So you too, you can be able to deal with your own criminals too. So this is not a mad party. Please, I am begging you in the name of God. And all our people remaining, the Yoruba people that are still pushing this agenda of Tinubu, I am telling you, Tinubu has nothing to do with us in Yoruba land. Everything that he's doing is for his own personal glory. He doesn't know you. In fact, I am telling you, if you are on X as a child or as a son or as a young person, you are supporting Tinubu. Let me tell you, if Tinubu, if they say they need 100 people of male Yoruba children to die, if you them, don't worry, we will give you peace to rule. He will order your execution before tonight, before the game break. He doesn't have anything for us. He is doing everything for his own selfish interest and for his family. He doesn't even know you people exist. Let us fight together for a sovereign Yoruba nation. That is where you can have peace. If you're outside the country and you say it doesn't concern you, I pity you, because now the world is changing. Something is coming. If they pursue you in your country of residence, where are you going? If you can't go back to your house, I am begging everybody to move for long. Please, let's continue the message. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Couple of questions and couple of good evening to my beautiful mother. I'm going to come to you, Sadiq. The number is working. Is on WhatsApp. If I will make you welcome to the program, we appreciate you. And you have Fulani, you rise up from your bed. Plus 4474 04405917. You need to put the. I'm sure you know that if you live in UK for 7 years, you need to put the plus 44. So I'll be looking forward to the message. You also went further before I go to the other Fulani, because we have two Fulanis in the house. One is on the backup, one is on the Koikimedia. You say you can prove that Kwara is part of us. Kwara is not part of, Fulani country. It is saying invite. That's strange. Maybe you want to refresh your phone. It cannot tell you it's invite. What you can do, try to call it on the WhatsApp, and then what I would do, I've try to call it direct, and then you can save the number and then check it back on WhatsApp. Okay, I've removed the airplane mode, so you can call it direct right now. It will come straight to me. You say you can prove that Kwara is part of Fulani. Is not. I'm sure you know that, but we can go back and forth on that. Let me go and answer another one, Abdurrahman. You say your mom is Yoruba, but you are Fulani. You are still Fulani. So when we have a Yoruba country, you will still be. You say, so talk to your Yoruba man, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You think is more learned than our Fulani brother to fix the country so that we can follow. Tinubu cannot fix the flipping country. He's wasting his bloody hell time. And we have told him that already. But that's not the comment I wanted to answer. You said, and I quote, where's your comment again? Gold Dix, the number is open now. You say you wanted to call in. The line is open now. Listen. Because when people come and tell you, oh, I am married, my mom is this, you say you can go back to Saudi Arabia. Oh, yeah, nobody's holding you. If you like, go to the moon. We don't care. Arabs are watching closely. Fulani in the whole world are watching closely. That's why they want to bring the fight into Yoruba land. We know that Buhari called them in. So when you say they are watching, the Arabs are watching closely. We know that because that is exactly what is playing out in the northern part of the country today. So we are not surprised about that. We've always known that you will bring war into the Yoruba land and the other part. All right, I can't find out your comment anymore. Olakunle, okay, no, okay. Yeah, my mom is Yoruba and I'm Fulani. So what do you say about that? What I say about that is that you are still a blooded Fulani, full-blooded Fulani, because even if your mom was Yoruba, you are not a Yoruba man. Fulani niye, and Fulani will be Fulani. Yes, you know, like I've been speaking to Sadiq. Sadiq read computer science in the UK. I don't know where you are because I haven't seen any of such. But what I'm saying is you still remain a Fulani man, and it will be under the immigration rules to decide your case. Just like Home Office decide the cases of a Nigerian that married to a British citizen or someone with the resident permit. So the Home Office, which is the one that takes care of the inland, anything within the country, the Home Office deals with that. So being a Fulani man, that your mom is Yoruba, our future country immigration rules under the Constitution would determine where you would fit in, and we will not give you a position in the security because you're a threat to the Yoruba land. So it does not matter whether your mom is Yoruba or not, and that will still apply to others. MFI will not give me a full job in a very high-profile security level. Emir is Arabic word meaning king. So I hope that clears with you. Abdurrahman Miringa, the Fulani in the house. Interesting tonight. Well, so let's move on because many of them are listening. You can see why we say that they know that the country wants to break up, and some of them doesn't want it to break because they want to create more chaos before it breaks. Some of them will probably say, look, let me ask you, please send me just a hi. Have you sent a message? I don't have your number, and I don't know whether you want to put your number on the chat. I've given you my email. If you send your number through my email, I can send you an hello, and then I can have your number. My email again is the one I sent earlier, musakallam@gmail.com. If you send an email, I'll pick it up right now. Then I can send you a message. So, that's the only way you can do so. And if you're on the Instagram, you could send me a DM. So you can go on my Instagram on Koikimedia now and send me a DM. So I want to say Nigeria needs a zoning system because it is very evident we are not united. Well, what we need is just a total, dissolution. And asking for self-determination and the breakup or the amalgamate of Nigeria is not calling for war. We just don't want to live together as one block. We want to live together as different blocks, and there's nothing wrong in that. And I believe that many Yorubas and Igbos or Biafrans, Hausas. Now, what has happened to the Hausas? Let me ask you this, Sadiq, because you have actually, it has been like a comment conversation, even though, what has been your views? And that goes to the other Fulani, Abdurrahman. The Hausas that you've actually taken out of the picture in the northern part of what is known as Nigeria. What is your view on that? That we don't have the Hausas in charge, even up to the Sultan of Sokoto. These are not Hausas anymore. These are Fulani, and I'm sure you know that. What is your take on that? What is your take on that? So, so you mean the former Senate president from Kwara, who is a Fulani? Yes, Bukola Saraki is from Mali. Their father is from Mali. They are not Yorubas. The mother is only the Yoruba. The father is from Mali. Bukola Saraki is not a full-blown Nigerian. The family migrated from Mali. I've done a full program on that in my previous shows. You can find it on YouTube. Bukola Saraki, the former Senate president, is not a Nigerian. The family migrated into the country called Nigeria. So we are now having many people that think that they can walk into Nigeria and claim Nigeria, which is exactly what the Fulanis have done in 1800, according to what we have learned from a Fulani man. That is why I say Kwara is part of the North. Well, you can say that is because of what has taken place. Well, it might be Muslim, but we know what happened during the fight. The history of Kwara. Kwara is a full Yoruba country, Yoruba state, but the fact remains is that it was sold off through the previous encounter of the Afojars. So claiming Kwara as a Fulani land is a total nonsense. And you know that, I know that. So let me ask you again, the Hausas, where do you put the Hausas today in the northern part of the country? Because the Fulanis, like I said, Ganduje was not an Hausa man, he's a Fulani man. But yet, he took Kanu and is still the current APC chairman. So what do you think about the Hausas? If the Hausas rise up today and say they are going to take off their country, Arewa, or whatever they want to call it, and they're going to push you a little bit further out of the current state of the North. I don't know whether how soon that is going to happen. What do you think about that? Because we know that your agenda as Fulanis, whether your mom is from Yoruba part or your dad is from whatever, oh yes, whether you support it or not is not my problem. It's not my problem. You don't have to support it. We own our territory. The territory doesn't belong to you. So you don't think, Sadiq thinks that they will not be able to push the Fulani out of the North. Interesting. So you think that you will not be able to be pushed out of the northern part of the country today. Wow. Ayamo Yoruba. If we don't get the hell out of Nigeria, Sadiq, I can tell you, will come and govern us in Lagos State in the near future. They are well prepared as well. You might think that we're dealing with the ones in the cow, the ones that are, but we are dealing with multiple ones that are well also like Sadiq. Because if Sadiq is well read up to the computer science, I can imagine Sadiq's children. Sadiq, will you allow your children to go into pastoral, the cow business, and moving them from point A to B? Do you think so? So, okay, we should all stay in one zone. Who are we? Are you talking about the Yorubas or the you and the Hausas? Because we cannot live side by side in the near future with the real threat from the Fulanese clan. And I'm sure you know that, Sadiq. We need to go back to farming. But how are we going to go back to farming when your people continue to attack in the farm? I have cows. How many cows do you have, Sadiq? Are your cows operating in Yoruba land or they're operating in Kebbi State? The cows that you have, oh, you mean Hausa? Okay, that's fine. As long as, the Hausas is okay that the two of you can live together side by side, I don't have a problem with that. I only have a problem that the agenda of the Fulani is, let me ask you, Sadiq, do you think that, in your farm, in Kebbi State, so your cows are in Kebbi State, I'm not sure that your cow will be moving around like the others, since you are a little bit more educated, you've lived in England for 7 years, you're a farmer yourself. Does your cow move around and eat the crops of other farmers, or you keep them within, as ranches that you built already? Okay, yes. there was a question I want to ask you that I've just I wanted to ask you, do you want me to get sue? Who's going to sue you? Fulanis are very powerful. What do you think about the Mayati Allah? Sadiq, what do you think about the Mayati Allah, the current Mayati Allah operation? And do you think that there is an agenda to push Tinubu out? Because right now, Tinubu does not favor those Fulanis in the northern part of the country today. I'm sure you've been following the protests. What do you think on that? Do you think that they really want to push Tinubu out of the office, even though the Yorubas are saying Tinubu has only spent 1 year? Buhari was spending over 8 years. So what we are dealing with are Fulanis that are also now telling us that, look, they are not going anywhere. No, it is not to push him out. Okay, all right. So there is no agenda to push him out. But why all these, the role of the North telling us that they want a military coup, that they want a military coup and they want Russia to come and support them as well? Where is that coming from? Do you have any idea? Can you share that with us? It is a religious sect, okay? So the agenda of the Russian flag, the military coup, where is all this coming from? If you guys are speaking within your, your platforms, in your WhatsApp group, and I hope, you can share some and enlighten us so that we know, because it seems that we know that you have an agenda because they don't want to know how, because they don't know how the military rule is. So who is pushing the agenda? You are telling us that they don't know how the military rule, but who is then pushing the agenda? Is it El Rufai, Yaya Bello? Who is pushing it? Because in the northern part of the country, for the last 10 days, today is the 11th day of the protest, we've heard about, Russian flag. We want military to come and take over. Tinubu must resign. So you live during the military rule as well. Okay. Do you agree that Nigeria should break up? Do you? And I'm talking to you as well, Mokinyawa Buta Mokwe. Abdurrahman, do you agree that Nigeria should break up? We are not disputing whether you have a large family, Abdurrahman. We have a large family. Everybody has a large family. My question I want you to answer is, oh, the dollar is killing us. Oh, so you are feeling the pinch of the dollar. But Buhari killed the dollar. Tinubu is just helping him to manage the rest of what Buhari killed. Because Buhari destroyed the economy as well. But I want to... Oh, okay. Sadiq said he doesn't mind if Nigeria breaks up. Abdurrahman, do you think that Nigeria should break up? Dear Zaza, are you a Fulani as well? Or Yoruba? Dear Zaza, are you Hausa? We need to break up. Well, it looks like they've invited more Fulanis into the platform tonight. We have some of them that are quietly listening, but it's good that Sadiq came out and said, look, Koiki, oh, you're Igbo. Okay, thanks so much. So Sadiq doesn't mind. A Fulani says, look, Koiki, I don't have a problem. I've lived in England for 7 years. I know about England, Scotland, Wales. I have a Shanghai visit. How many countries have you visited, in the last couple of years after you left England back to Kebbi State? So you are struggling now with dollar. That is why your protest is to push Tinubu out and also say military should come in. So, interesting. What a place to be tonight. It was a good thing that I did this program. They need to start buying our crude oil in Naira. Who's going to buy it in Naira? You don't have anything to back that Naira. What have to back it? You must have something to back the Naira before, so the Naira can increase in value. Well, the Naira will continue to depreciate, and I'm sure you know that as a computer science student and as also someone that understands business and trade, which you are a farmer, you're a cow. So that means every one of you Fulani love to do cow business. So Sadiq, this naira will continue to depreciate because it's not backed against the gold. And it doesn't have any value in it as we speak right now. Okay, it looks like we have the feast Abdurrahman Fulani. That one is very hot. It's the Koiki. We are not going anywhere. Let me read this comment. Only, we are not going anywhere, but you should know that we will mobilize and fight. All right, we'll be waiting. Interesting time ahead. So Abdurrahman is saying that they are not going anywhere. We will own Nigeria. We will live together. But Sadiq, Sadiq, do you have these? You okay? What do you want? Okay. Do you also have these? How do I want to put it? The fundamentalist among yourself. I know you are a little bit well educated. We've had discussion. It's been very. I was broke one time in England Road. I was broke one time in Edgware Road. I know Edgware Road. I tried to change 10,000 naira. The guy told me the money was not acceptable. You felt insulted. How will they take 10,000 naira from you? Okay. So that means you were living in London then. Because if you live in Edgware Road, which is just about less than an hour if I'm on the train, 35 minutes if I drive from my house. So you live in London. But it looks like Abdurrahman, that one, the terrorist. Terrorist in here. Why are you asking about who is sponsoring military takeover or who is sponsoring Russian flag? I think as a claim, we are not learned. You should use your IQ to detect. Yoruba ní ṣe tá máa ṣe tó pọ̀. Sherrington sọ àwọn méjèèjì yẹn we are prepared for all this kind of people coming into the platform. Don't be surprised. Emma was surprised, right? Oma Bawa Jagon. Even Sadiq knows that he will fight when the time comes against us. As he's just trying to look like, he's a cool guy. No, he's not. They will fight when the time comes. But we are not prepared for them. They are well prepared for us because their great-great-grandfather have prepared them spiritually, physically to fight and defend because they own every one of us. But they don't own us. So thank you so much, the two of you that have joined us. I have about half an hour because I'm not going to allow the program to go over 3 hours. But thank you so much that the Fulani that came in, one of them was a little bit, look, Koiki, I live in England. You don't have to trust me. Yes, we came to Nigeria from Senegal in 1800. My great-grandfather, Usman Dafodio, we own Ilorin and we own Kwara State, according to them. While one of the other ones says, look, it doesn't matter. And why are you asking if El Rufai and Yaya Bello are behind all this? It's a shame because I have evidence that points to them. That's why. But it doesn't matter. I'll just leave you, for now. But I've got as much as what I need from the two of you tonight. And the future Yoruba that will watch this video, I am now talking to you Yorubas now. And I'll talk in English and I'll still speak in Yoruba. We have the enemies within already. And the enemies are not going to take it slightly with us. The enemies knows what they want out of us. They need our land to survive. Because when they came in during the 1800s, they knew that the land is precious and is beautiful and it has all it entails to support humanity. They are going to make sure that everything within us will be upturned. We have only seen a little of them with their cows, where we have not seen the feast of them when it comes to the time to fight. And this is the reason why the Yorubas that are thinking that is a joke for asking for the self-determination must not take the two Fulanis that came into the program tonight as just people that were bypassing. They have been listening, because I know, because we were given that information while I was in Nigeria in 2021. I will not go into all the details. But I know because they are right inside preparing the ground. Some of them that are educated are prepared. The others that are non-educated are well prepared. They know that Yoruba land will not go with them, but they are ready to fight us. And we will be ready to fight back when the time comes. I'll leave it like that. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ètò talẹ́ ibi tó gbà wálé kò ń ṣe tó gbọ́dọ̀ jọ wá lójú. Ohun Elédùmarè ló tún fi jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé lótìtọ́ in tí bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìran àwọn Fúlàní pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe lé wa lórí tí kò ní wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Mo ní wọ́n ń jókòó lórí awọ gidi, wọ́n ń wò wá, wọ́n wà láàrin wa. Nígbà tí mò ń sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé inú WhatsApp group kọ́ láti máa decide ní ta máa ṣe, lára ẹ̀ náà ni gbogbo tẹ̀ ń rí. Nígbà bá jókòó sí bíbáyìí, níbo la bá ṣẹ́ dé? Èmi á máa sọ bí ta bá ṣẹ́ dé, so that kí ọmọ Fúlàní lè gbé lọ bá àwọn tó jẹ́ àgbàlagbà wọn. Àwọn àgbàlagbà wọn ò gbọ́ Yorùbá lọ́dọ̀ títí, wọ́n dẹ̀ gbọ́ òyìnbó, àmọ́ wọ́n ti prepare àwọn tó lè lọ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa tá bá sọ òyìnbó àti tó gbọ́ Yorùbá. Tá bá ní àwọn Fúlàní tó bá ìyá àwọn kan sùn, òun ni Abdulrahman, ọmọ lórí burúkú, ọmọ bombasta Fúlàní. Torí ìyá rẹ̀ Fúlàní ló gbásí fún tó fi bírú òun síta. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ọmọ tí ẹkùn bá bí, òun lẹkùn jọ, òun lọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Gbogbo wọn pátá látòkè délẹ̀ kò sí yàtọ̀, òun lẹ gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi o. Àtẹni tó kàwé nù wọn àti tó kà, kò sí yàtọ̀ láàrin wọn. In tí wọ́n fi tó wọn létí ni pé ìran wọn ló ní Nàìjíríà, àmọ́ àṣírí wọn tú lálẹ́ ilé wa lọ́wọ́. Tí kan nú wọn tún jẹ́wọ́ pé àwọn ò kì í ṣọmọ Nàìjíríà, ìran wọn wọlé wá bá wa ní. Kí ni ìran tó wọlé wá bá wa ṣe fẹ́ wá dẹni tó fẹ́ jẹ gàba lé wa lórí? Ìwọ wá ń sọ fún mi pé kí n gbẹnu dákẹ́. Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè o. Títóbi ẹ o. Àwọn ìran wọlé wá bá wa ní 1800. Wọ́n pa gbogbo àwọn Haúsá dànù, wọ́n yọ wọ́n bí jìgá. Wọn ò ní yọ àwa bí jìgá. Àmọ́ lágbára àwọn tó lọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n ní gbà wọn lọ́wọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. Ibi tá máa rí ètò ti alẹ́ ìmọ̀ nìyẹn. Èyí tó kù kólúkálukú wa gbé lọ ká lọ ronú sí pé kí ló fi ṣẹlẹ̀ àti pé kí ló ń bọ̀. Tẹ bá ní kò ní dé, ó ti wà láàrin wa, òun là ń rí 2, 3, àwọn tó kù dákẹ́ wọ́n ń wò. Àníyàn wọn dá sí wa o, wọn kì í ṣọ̀rẹ́ wa. Brother tí mò ń pè yẹn, mo mọ̀ rí o, wọn kì í ṣọ̀rẹ́ wa o. Ọ̀tá wa ló jẹ́. A dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ọ̀tá wa ló jẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. ó ràn yàn lá máa sùn. Mo kí bàbá Akíntóyè, olóyè mo kí ẹ. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ ọkọlẹ̀ Yorùbá àtẹ̀yin obìnrin. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti lọ látìgbà tí Nàìjíríà ti ń fìyà jẹ wá. Adélẹ̀ lérí. Ẹ̀yin Fúlàní ẹni gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Bàbá ńlá yín tó sọ pé ẹ̀yin lẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ sọ fún níbi tí spirit ẹ̀ ti ń operate pé àṣìṣe ni, òun kọ́ ló ní. Ẹ̀yin ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ dìde o. A ti wà nínú ewu. A ti wà nínú ewu. Bọ̀ Adélẹ̀ lérí Aṣẹ̀dùmarè. I will not take any more calls. We left the room for calls earlier. I gotta go now. Maybe tomorrow or some other time. But I appreciate the comments. Let's leave the calling again for tomorrow. Thank you so much. And remember to support the platform with whatever you can. Fulani, lórí Koikimedia show. Very good. Good night.